comrades, today is April 6, 2026, and the current time is 1923. We'd like to apologize for the delay in today's announcement. The Institute is currently looking into the ingredient makeup of today's curry that was served in the eateries. Comrades displaying symptoms of intestinal displeasure should report to their medical liaison for relief medicine as soon as possible. That concludes today's announcements.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Any day now, this game is going to show up, and we're not going to be in the black void of nothingness. Oh, there it is. Hey, comrades, good evening. How are all of you doing? Wow, look, it's Rimworld, the thing that we play a lot, like every week, because if we don't play this, there's going to be Rimworld truthers who demand to see the funny Rimworld game. Also, it's the game that I've been streaming every single week nearly for, I think, the past 4 or 5 years, so that's why we're back at it. Isn't that crazy how that happens? I know. Also, I was thinking about it, but wow, I have not changed the loading screen music in like 5 years, and I'm wondering, is it time to look for a new piece of music that I should use as a BGM, or is it just so iconic that we never want to change it ever again? I don't know. That's kind of the question, isn't it? Anyways, how are all of you doing, comrade? Welcome to Rimworld. How have you all been? Oh, the mustache shirt. Let me find the asset for it, because I don't actually have this bound to any funny hotkey, so I have to literally keep finding it every time because I'm too lazy to set it up. There we go. There, that's much better. Okay, Rimworld. Yeah, I'm hoping we get a new expansion soon at some point, but we'll see how that pans out. Also, hello Zoingo and Greywind, and I know Goldenrod was hanging around, so oh my gosh, my scroll wheel is driving me crazy. Who else showed up earlier today? I know Umi was here too, but yes, surprise to many, I'm sure. I did not actually add any new mods to the run, so whatever we have is literally what we had last week. And then you might have noticed that we're actually expanding our little colony at least a little bit decently, although it's gonna be a little rough as we only have, what is this, 10 humans plus a baby, and so they're all gonna need a little bit of time to be handled. It's gonna be a bit of a mess. So in case you're curious what's going on right now, we have this generator that is consuming a large amount of wood. Given enough wood, it will become big and strong and we'll start doing other things. Right now, our entire food supply is whatever rice and meats that we've been killing. Animals, I guess, is the right word. And right now, we're just growing a ton of fiber corn that we can keep feeding into the great wood-fired arc that does produce a decent amount of power. Our next major goal is we do need to get ready to find a way to go to the... let's see, what was it? I think we need to go to... the remote crypt, the buried bunker, which unfortunately is a decent drive away. So it could be a 18-day walk, or we could just build a car and drive over there. Maybe unmute your family, love Oak Streams. Okay, hi Xanth. You can't hear me, but I hope you're doing okay. You're doing well. Work was calm. Working on Gundam now. Is this still the same one that you were lining, or is it a different one now? Oh yeah, I forgot about Baby. Ranu got tagged as the child, so... You know, Ranu's doing their best to be a baby, but it's okay. Children age up fairly quickly out here on the Rim. Although, you can't really tell that when the quadrants change because it's just perpetually winter, so... You know, we're gonna try our best to survive with my 300 ticks per second because I can't make this go any faster for some reason. Yeah. Same when you were lining, got it. Was that a Henya spin? It is a Henya spin. Anyways, I'm sure you saw the schedule, but we are doing Star Sector again this week, even though we haven't done it in quite some time. So I figured, all right, let's do some Star Sectoring. I think Star Sector would be a fun title to play again after like maybe 2-3 weeks of not playing it. So yeah, we're doing a little Star Sector. We are completely out of steel, by the way. This colony has like no more steel left, and so we're trying to quarry some out, but a lot of the building projects in this colony do require incredible amounts of metal, and that's kind of why a lot of our projects have kind of stalled, if not slowed down completely. How are you doing, Umi? So that's where we're at right now. It's just can we expand, and how fast do we need to do to expand? And we will probably start trimming away some of the stuff here, mostly because we do need to get a vehicle going. So right now, my next major goal, once we finish researching drilling and deep quarries, is we're gonna start learning how to make a car. Because we do need the car to get around in the winter. Walking in the winter is going to be a little difficult. I mean, I could send one person out, and they'd probably survive. But again, I'm sending one person out alone for a very long time. And the question is, would they survive? We actually have basic vehicles. So the question is, what car do we want to build for our winter journey? And so our options are basically going to be, I think, either this Traveler, which is good for cold weather adventures, although it does consume a lot of gas. Or we could do something like the Prowler, which I think makes a little bit more sense, although it does eat up quite a bit of gas as well. So, lots of options. I guess we'll do the Prowler probably makes the most sense, although it only does have a capacity of, what, 2 people? Or one, it's a one-person vehicle, so whoever we send has to be really good, and I think we're gonna need 2 people, so we can't use that. Survive Easter, the upside of small families pretty much quickly with not too much fanfare. Ah, did you eat anything exciting for Easter? I don't know how many people celebrate Easter, but I hope you all at least enjoyed the holiday if you had an extra holiday. And if you didn't have an extra holiday, then I'm sorry. I think we might build a Traveler. Performs well in cold weather and snowy conditions. Light armor and exposed front-mounted engine leans its gains running away from trouble and towards it. Okay. The Roadrunner here. Okay. I don't like most of these vehicles, unfortunately. I probably should have downloaded more mods that had more cars, but I forgot to do that. And a lot of our other vehicle options are just kind of not ideal. Now that said, there are some rigs here, these ancient rigs that we could probably try to restore. Like if we really wanted an IFV, we could restore the IFV, but it's probably going to require a lot of materials that we just don't have. Now, if we could restore it, we'll immediately have a free IFV. In fact, we might just do that just because I'm curious to see what it looks like, and it would be kind of fun to have it as an option. So let's just quickly start restoring that while we're at it. By the way, we should probably not allow children to go outside into the cold weather because it's rough. Okay, so to repair this, I need 400 steel, a bunch of components, and multiple car parts that I just don't have access to right now. We don't even have a proper production facility. Well, we kind of do. But I think it's time that we probably expand this out by a fairly sizable margin, just so we have more operating room. Okay. But anyways, that's kind of the opening spiel, as usual. Yeah. You ate rabbit for Easter Sunday. I can't believe this. Do I have to tell Ray that you consumed a rabbit for Easter? Would she even care? I guess that's the real question. Would Ray care if you ate a rabbit for Easter? Probably not. She'd probably be like, oh, okay. As long as it's not like a pink rabbit, I guess, then she's probably like, whatever. Anyways, welcome to our colony. It's a beautiful little thing. It's just gonna take some time. We also are running out of steel very quickly, so I gotta figure out how I'm going to solve the steel crises. Yeah, there ain't a lot of metal here left, despite all the meteors that have fallen around. You know, once we run out of steel, it's gonna be rough. So we'll also try to get some other bits and pieces to get this going. Tomorrow we'll do a vote for what we do, and then Wednesday is XCOM, and then the Thursday is the Star Sector, because again, people wanted Star Sector, and so I will do the waifu sector run. Your character is always freezing. He'll be fine. You didn't lose anything. Like, my main priority is to try to get Havel up and running again. Havel's missing a jaw, for example, which is a bit of a disaster here. Can't even talk. Most of the... So if you want to know how the colony's faring heat-wise, the major areas are heated, but some of them are not. Like, this section is not heated, but these individual bedrooms are. So I'm pretty sure I did disable solar flares, thankfully, because I just really do not want to deal with solar flares. But there's just a lot of places in the colony that just doesn't have lights. Like, this area doesn't have lights, for example, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. Also, our gear is not sufficient enough to survive -52 centigrade right now. And so a lot of the pawns are going to have to find a way to survive this cruel temperature. I don't know how else I can make them stay warmer, even with a tail cap and t-shirt and pants and a parka. It's not enough. So the only other solution I have is to make combat cloaks. Yeah, I think the capes and combat cloaks are probably the only other solution. But they are fairly expensive. I guess a cape... Hold on, let's see. Do capes actually add... Oh, they do. Huh. That's actually not a bad amount. Wait, hold on. What slot does this eat up? The outer layer? I think... I'm pretty sure capes use the same... I think I remember looking this up. I think capes use the same slot as the parka slot. So that's why you can't have the parka and the cape. because you can see that the park is the outer layer, and it says capes is the outer layer as well. So having them both doesn't, I guess, do anything, if that makes sense. So that's kind of like the main issue. Like, we have to kind of figure out, like, okay, what gear can we justify keeping around for the time being while I try to maneuver this. By the way, we do have a fabrication bench, which is nice. I do want to build a garage bench. Eventually, I'm going to put the garage bench somewhere else, but this is fine for now. Like, whatever I can fit is I'm happy with while we try to deal with hypothermia. Like, Zeoposer's having serious hypothermia. Maybe, because his gear is not designed for such extreme temperatures right now. In fact, it's negative 60 centigrade. Even inside of this bedroom, it's a little rough. So I'm going to just put 2 of these. And eventually we'll start moving people to their own bedrooms and like move them to their own houses. But for now, like, we're just trying to work with what we got. Also, please keep please open this stream on YouTube too. So YouTube has not been pushing me on the algorithm for quite some time, so it's a little rough. Okay, we could also go to this ancient complex, but again, I think my main goal is let's get this IFV built, and then that'll let us be able to travel around and maybe explore, you know, send out expeditions essentially, just like they do in Frostpunk. Speaking of Frostpunk, I don't know if anyone saw this, but Frostpunk 2 is finally releasing a DLC, like legitimately a brand new scenario DLC, and I'm like, it only took them like 2 years to finally, you know, make something, which is a little depressing to say, but man, I've been waiting for like an actual DLC for Frostpunk 2 for quite some time, and I'm glad that, oh look, they're actually gonna give us something. Only took them, you know, a little about forever. Okay, this entire room is like frozen solid. We probably should put a heater here. In fact, a lot of the rooms are starting to freeze up, so in order to make sure we can actually produce things, we'll need temperature. I need Frostpunk music. Oh, that's a transport pod. Ah, there is a person here who we should probably rescue. Maybe they'll join us. And then let's set up a temperature radiator here for now. Oh, we already have one. Is the radiator not enough? We have enough capacity. We have enough excess energy, I think, for now, but I gotta get more wood in this thing. Oh, they did join. Oops, you cooked a salmon fillet to go with your fried noodles, and you're only halfway done and full. Well, it means you have more food for later, right? Hello, Brony and Marksman. Oh, I forgot to turn on the thing. That's right. Let me turn that on. There we go. No, I fixed the toolkit. Okay, so if you don't know what happened, I started a new run, essentially, but I just copied over all the pawns, and I am story-wise saying, oh, we made it to the place where we're setting up. I wish I was joking, but that's actually the story plot that I'm going with. Okay, this person's gonna freeze to death. I think this person's gonna freeze to death. Okay, Zeoposer, your sword, what does it do? Okay. Your sword makes you puke every now and again, but that's about it. It's not the end of the world, all things considered. Okay, I need to run power down here too, so I can get all these other nonsense buildings powered up. And we also need to continue expanding how much space we have here, which means I think what I'm gonna do is this here and here, and then we can start dismantling some of these walls. Tear down the walls and give us more space to work with is essentially the plan. Yeah, so you might know, so that's kind of our plan. Havel's finally healed up, and then Umi, we're just gonna... Ranu's still a babe, but don't worry, you're gonna become 1 year old soon. I don't know when Rimworld pawns become toddlers. I think it's like when you're 3. I think when you're 3, you finally start becoming a little more usable. By the way, we could also break into this, but it's just mostly rubble, and I don't know what's in there. So we'll see. Oh shoot, you're right, I did... no, wait, this is the... Thank you. I don't know why I did that. Thank you for catching that. I swear I'm good at this game. I swear. I'm very good at video games. And I'm totally not constantly being distracted by a bajillion other things that are getting in the way of progress. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this area is turning out to be. Okay. Is anyone in the queue? Anyone in the queue? We do have people in the queue. All right. All right. If you want to join the queue, since none of these people, I believe, have shown up today yet, I will let that exist for now. And if you want to join queue, feel free. Otherwise, I'll roll it in about 5 minutes if I remember in 5 minutes to roll it. And we also need to start fixing the floors. A lot of these floors are still kind of sucky anyways. Ah, man, I hate that the fiber corn takes forever to grow too, because this thing is going to run out of fuel, which is a bit of an issue. We may need to put another turbine. I really don't want to put another wind turbine, but it's the most efficient way to just get more energy. Like, right now. Okay, so what do I need to repair this stupid thing? Okay. So I need 2 engine blocks and 2 alternators. Okay, so 2 engine blocks, 2 alternators. Okay, what else? 4 exhausts, 7 more suspensions. 7 suspensions? Jesus. What else does it need? 7 wheels, 2 tanks, and 2 radiators. 7 wheels, 2 tanks, and 2 radiators. And finally it needs 2 transmissions. Okay. Okay, so why can't I craft a transmission? Because you need advanced fabrication to learn how to make a car transmission. Alright, well, we'll throw that on the queue then. Okay, well, here's hoping we'll have enough steel. Now, granted, thankfully, we do have a quarry. Worst comes to worst, we'll set up like a pulse drill somewhere. We did actually set one up a while ago, but I think it got destroyed in one of the conflicts from earlier. So, you know, more problems. And I don't know if we're going to find any... If I dig into this, I don't think we're going to find anything. Thank you for that steel meteor. That is weirdly convenient. Oh my goodness. A helpful meteor? How strange and bizarre indeed. Okay, I cannot remember what I was going to do with some of these, though. Like, what is this room supposed to be? Was this supposed to be like a public restroom, or was this just like a thing that I had started to put together? I cannot remember what this one was supposed to be for. And now I'm... Okay. That is a slate meteor, which in fact is less useful, so... Oh, wait. There's a bunch of steel in the ice, actually. That's kind of interesting. I kind of want... I don't know why this is glowing, but I don't want to go in there when there's an ancient defender turret. It's like the only reason I haven't bothered going in this area. Oh my god, I think I take off the mustache now. Finally, get this soup strainer off of my face. I want to have a beautiful, adorable face, not a mustachioed vibe. Oh yeah, we're ripping through our power way quicker than I had thought. Oh my god. What is it? Oh, you know what? It's because the sun lamp column's on. What else is eating the power? Besides everything. I'll need to find some way to do this. Oh, okay. I don't have whiskers, surprisingly. Take a look at that. There's no whiskers. It's just a normal... Where's the knife button? I cannot remember what button has the knife. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Perfect. Because this is me after butchering all these animals that we have. Okay. I did turn off the soup making for a little bit until we can figure out how to get more power going through this, but we are going to run out of power very, very quick, even with a chem fuel... 2 chem fuel power generators. There's just no wood. So we gotta find a way to make this. Okay, we will get transmission soon. So I think the plan is we'll get the quarry. Pulse Drill Mark II, which we should be able to build. It's going to be expensive, but I think we can build it. And then that'll at least automatically mine things like every 3 hours, which is incredibly good rate. So that's the goal. Now, can we power it? You know, that's... You know, powering things is so difficult in this day and age. You know, we try to make it happen, but I can't guarantee it'll happen. So that's kind of... Oh, geez, who's dying? Oh! This fool walked outside, and I forgot to set them up to not die, so this one might explode to hypothermia when I wasn't paying attention. Try to get him inside as fast as we can. I'm gonna have to do something with this person instead. Okay. So first and foremost, let's keep him alive. Thankfully they didn't lose anything. Okay, so... I think just for our own sake, because this person just joined the colony, what I will do is I will give them the standard kit. Mostly because I don't know if I have the materials for this. Okay, so you get a parka, you get a shirt. I don't know how to spell shirt, apparently. Oh my goodness, this stupid... Like, I don't know why this screen just never works the way I think it's supposed to work. Okay. And then I need to add the pants, I think. And they also get the tail cap, I think. There we go. Hello, son. How are you doing, comrade? All right, so tail cap. And then these are all gonna be blue first, so this one doesn't explode immediately upon impact of entering here. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Well, you know what we should do? We should try to raise some muffalo if we can find some muffalo. Just so we can have a nice stable source of fur. This is actually a lot of ponds to maintain. Like, I don't know if we can keep them fed all the time, so we'll have to keep that in mind. I'm doing pretty good, all things considered. Did you have a fun Easter weekend if you celebrate Easter? If you don't celebrate Easter, that's also fine too. Everyone does their own type of thing. That's a lot of steel. We should probably start hauling that in. Okay. I'm gonna now assign this person to one of the 3 individuals that was in the queue. Alright, Prophet 9. This is Prophet 9's pawn now. This is a new character who joins us. And first of all and foremost, I need to figure out why... Oh, they're a Neanderthal. Right, well, Neanderthals still get anime faces. Brennan, Prophet 9 Angst. An undergrounder, nearsighted, stiff, sanguine, and a masochist. Interesting selection of traits. I'm sure nothing bad of this will happen. You don't really see. Okay, that's fair enough. Well, at least hopefully you had a fun weekend. I keep forgetting to share photos of my time in Canada. Would you like to see a photo of Bashi, by the way? I don't know if I shared this photo of Bashi, but I did take a nice photo of Bashi with my fancy camera the other day. And let's see. Where'd I post it? Man, it was like already like a little over a week ago. Okay. Hold on. Let me save this image. Fun fact, it turns out I suck at taking photos, is what I'm learning. That is not the screenshot. Where did this photo download to? Oh, wait. It's a... What the heck is a GIF? Like JFIF? Okay, let's save that as a PNG. Oh god, I don't think it wants to save as a PNG. Oh my god, that's a... That's a 47 megabyte PNG. All right. Here's a 47 megabyte PNG of Bashi, by the way. Yeah. So this is the photo I took on my fancy schmancy camera. It's a very nice photo. It's a little... It's supposed to have that noise effect on it to give it like that grainy effect. But I still have the raw image as well. This is a straight out of camera image, thankfully. Look at him. He's so adorable, isn't he? He's quite the goober, is all I can say. Ray says he's vaguely suicidal, not in like a serious sense, but in the sense that if you're not paying attention to him, he's gonna jump off of beds and then probably break his back or something because he's so old. So, I don't know. I think he's an old dog who still thinks he's like 5, who could bounce back from any injury, which I find hilarious. Okay, so our power situation is fine again. We might need additional batteries. I think this one battery is not nearly enough. But he's a good dog. If you want to see it again, take a look at him. Look at those beady black eyes. Ray's other dogs are also really nice too. YouTube's giving you, hey, remember you're a mod node, this clearly needs the sacrificial chatter. I mean, I don't know if we have any sacrificial people for YouTube side. I think the YouTube side's a lot more quieter as of late. I think YouTube's algorithm has just been like not really... YouTube's new whatever algorithm definitely doesn't favor me right now. I'll tell you that much. It's been a rough time if you're into the YouTube side of things, and I have no idea how to fix it. It's just driving me a little bananas. Okay, who's on the verge of mental breakdown? Havel's on the verge of mental breakdown because Havel doesn't have a mouth, and also it's cold, and also the barracks. How do we fix this? Yeah, YouTube has so... Okay, I hate saying it, but YouTube definitely has a lot of these, like, slop content nowadays. Like, it's like... It feels like it's YouTube's primary purpose is just how much free... Because they don't want to pay creators. They'd rather just make AI slop that they can just, you know, create, like, an infinite content machine. And it's kind of gross, honestly. It is kind of gross. These soups are about to go bad, I'm pretty sure. We're about to run out of power. We were relying so much on the 4 wind turbines. You know what? We may need to switch to solar. We should probably just dump a few solar panels just to go with this for now. think we have enough steel and components to make this happen, but it is something I need to be a little careful of how much we're gonna burn on this. Yeah, I got 25 components, which is not ideal, but it's something at least. And I know there's more here too, so we can go ahead and grab these. Grab that. I don't think we need uranium. Get this as well. Oh no, remember, you can't buy materials. We got to do it on our own. Like, here's the thing. And you know what's so funny to me? Like, the fact that Sora AI basically fell flat on its face and everyone's just like, yeah, no one wants to use this platform, so it's basically dead, right? But they still want to push it so hard because they threw so much money into it, even though it's not going to succeed at all. And these companies have just like committed so many resources into it. It's just so funny to me that I don't know how to describe it. I feel like no matter what I say, it's just going to sound super negative, and I don't want to be negative all the time. But it is a little silly just how much resources are being committed into these terrible AI ventures. Because I know I talk about this a lot, but it's really because they know whoever does it first essentially wins the technology race forever and becomes overlord of the planet. That's essentially what they're trying to do. Let's be real. Like, that's what they want. They want to control everything, so whoever's the first to market with this thing is gonna be the one that wins. You've got to be kidding me. Our entire fiber corn crop got blighted. This is actually a comedy. Actually insane. The entire fiber corn crop got blighted. All right. Great. Fantastic. I need to find another trader soon so we can go trade with people. But the nearest trader is all the way down there. How far of a walk is that? That's about 5-day walk. Maybe I just send one person to go do the quest. Who would I send, though? Probably send Steve. Send Steve alone. Would probably be the most reasonable option. I think Steve would probably be okay going alone at it. Although with only bolt actions, that's a little rough. Although, no, I'm gonna give Steve the, let's see here. We're gonna give Goldenrod this LMG that we have. This wonderful British LMG that uses 303 British rounds that everyone else is using. Randy hates us. And Randy definitely just hates me. I think that's what it is. He's seen what I'm doing and he's like, I want you to suffer. Also, I forgot to like check through these corpses. There's a lot of food and other stuff in here that I should probably loot out of this real quick. Yeah, that's probably fine. It's okay. If we get raided again, we'll just get more resources. Looking through your Steam discovery queue is such a nightmare because there's so much slop and shovelware. 12 game queue, maybe 1 in 40 to 70 quality. I know, that's what, you know what's funny? Sony had that issue recently too, and what they did was they started essentially banning developers who were only producing slop from the PlayStation store. And I'm like, that's a really good idea because we should not be rewarding garbage content. We should be punishing it. Right? And I think that's ultimately what they did. They're like, all right, well, people clearly don't want this content, so we're just gonna ban it off of the platform. And lo and behold, it's working wonders for them. Who could have potentially seen this coming, where if you just make it so that if, you know, no one can buy their garbage, because I think also they have a thing where they want to make sure their, you know, their storage or like their games that they have are like of quality. I think Nintendo had this issue for a while too, where they had allowed like all sorts of garbage to just be on their web. That's a lot of people attacking us. I'm sorry, how many is that? That's 13 plus 10, so that's 23 people attacking our small settlement of 12. Okay. That's not ideal. How many bullets do I have? I probably don't have enough bullets for this. I think I ran out. Okay. Okay, so I need the 303. What ammunition are you using? 303 AP. We may be in a bit of a trouble here. All right, 303 AP, just make twice. I'm gonna save the game real quick, just in case something bad happens. But yeah, I do agree that it's a little unfortunate. quite frankly, Steam also has like the thing I hate too is, and I mean, technically it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but Steam also just loves all these, for lack of a better word, hentai games that are on that platform. They're just like, ah, yes. And they're all shovelware garbage where it's like, do this match 10 puzzle and, you know, get, look, and then you get to look at hot anime ladies or something. I'm like, who is this for? Let's pull back in here. Better get Zeopolster out here too, because this is going to be a rough fight. And then let's switch to emergency mode. Everyone should be inside the safety zone for now. Get ready for this. They're going to come in through this northern corridor, so we might as well just get ready. So Goldenrod's going to set up that MG. As soon as they walk through, they will get, hopefully, pressed down with whatever bullets he's got remaining, which is not a lot. Okay, Ray is, I don't know how Ray ended up over there, but that's really bad. We're going to pull Ray back out. Whatever we can do. They're not going to freeze to death, because unfortunately they actually have gear for this. Okay, Ray's going to reload as fast as she can. Okay, we're going to have to micro this real fast, so you're going to shoot now. Nice, okay, so then shoot the next one. Okay. Goldenrod's out of ammunition, so we're going to have Goldenrod retreat. Okay, then these guys are going to hold the line. They do have a... What is that? Oh, they do have a gun. Okay. You stand back, you stand back. Okay, you pull back. Okay, wasn't expecting firearms on their end. Have you stand in here. Okay. Gonna have... I don't know if we can survive this. I feel like it's throwing raids at me that are a little more difficult than I'm able to realistically handle. Okay, so thankfully they're just gonna punch through and they're just gonna immediately gun down. Okay, they're destroying my power supply as usual. They're gonna try to grenade this thing, aren't they? Okay, well, I think we're about to die again. Oh, yeah. Oh, they really hate the Ark, I think. They're really out here to just destroy the Ark. Come on. Alright. We're just gonna reload this. I'm sorry. I'm not dealing with this nonsense. Hentai-survivors, fine, at least they are with the right tags that you can auto-filter those, but all shovelware is strategy simulation sandbox. Oh, I don't know, I complain about this all the time, but I still think like the worst type of that genre is the obnoxious, the worst variant of this genre is like the work simulator games. I hate work simulator games so much. I don't know, like, because I love looking up tycoon games, like games where you run a business, right? But every single one of them is just like, oh, come play, I don't know, something stupid like, okay, I guess not, I guess people love farming simulator, so let me not say farming simulator, but games like what are they called? I think there's like a station, like train station restoration. I know people like farming simulator, whatever. Then there's like TCG card shop simulator, and then I know there's another one that came out where it's like, oh, run a... what would you call it, like a 90s blockbuster type game? Yeah, like be a retail worker slop. Like work slop games are like the worst version of this, because I love tycoon games, and these games just make me irrationally annoyed, because I'll be looking up a game where it's like, oh, I would love a game where you can run like a convenience store from a top-down managerial perspective, but all the ones that are actually run a convenience store are basically games where it's like, okay, now you're in a first-person mode and you have to walk around and, I don't know, run your 7-Eleven or something, and it's like, no, I don't want that. It bothers me. I hate it. I'm weirdly frustrated by it. Please kill this one.
43万ツオブキャットがある。多くはゲッティングクローサー。
Thanks for the resub. I appreciate it very, very much. You are getting closer to 4 years. That's actually the craziest part to think about, but I appreciate it. How are you doing? Don't worry, I'm being watered, but I'm also being frustrated by this fight, because apparently I just do not have the defenses to survive this threat, and they're just going to destroy everything I own if I'm not careful. Did I draft everyone? I didn't draft everyone. Okay, you're already out of bullets. Okay, so we're just gonna undraft you. Pull these guys back here. I think Havel's gonna have to try to fight these off. Hey, can you kill this one named Lobster? I don't know if you can. You'll have to try. Okay, I'm gonna have Ray keep poking around. Maybe we can knock this batch out if we're careful. Okay, good. Okay, so that's one stack that's fleeing. Okay, so Havel's fighting for his life. Good. Okay, then we're gonna have you... Okay, no, you stay here. We might be able to make him go away. If we can just make him go away, that's all I care about. Okay, you pivot here. Shoot this one. Oh my gosh, he just refuses to die. Okay, you need to reload. Pull back. You pull back. Havel, we're gonna have you stand here. Intercept and stab the guy. Pull back in here. Ray's gonna pull down. They're definitely gonna destroy part of my power supply here. We gotta try to assassinate the grenadiers. Are you out of bullets? Please reload. Okay. Can you shoot this one? Okay, good. Okay, so Havel to get knocked out, that's fine. Let's get Alana up and running. We can probably rescue. Okay, you pivot here. Oh boy, you gotta run. No, run! Okay, that's fine. We knock this one out. Okay, so the opposer, you gotta intercept here. Ray's gotta run. She's in a bad spot. Okay, then we gotta intercept this grenadier. He's about to throw another grenade. I can feel it. Okay, good. So we intercept that. Ray's running. Good around here. Hello, Alex. How are you doing? It's basically currently, if the dev's the same publisher as the 99% of your Steam queue, that's shovelware garbage. Yeah, I do agree. Like I hate, like I said, I hate the genre. I hate that it's considered tycoon games, because it's really not. It's a first-person work slop simulator that people... I mean, like I said, people can enjoy what they want. I know there's a huge market for this game type of game, obviously, or otherwise people aren't going to be making them. But I can still hate it, right? I'm allowed to have opinions, and my opinions are going to be, oh, no, they're trying to steal Ray. No. No, we're not letting them take Ray. Come on. You intercept that one. Okay, you go over here. Havel's got 12. Okay, you rescue Havel. Is Ray the only one they're trying to steal? I think so. You're not going to be able to escape. Okay. And you're going to pull back out of there. Okay, good. And then undraft. Get Ray out of there. Undraft. Okay, we're not going to rescue any of them. I don't really care if they live or die. Need to make sure our people live. Turn off emergency mode. We got to quickly put the fires out because they're about to destroy my entire power source again, and that power source got all cut out too, so that's rough. Okay, so it's been a bit of a mess. Let's turn off our soup production machine. Okay. Undraft you. Let's have you tend to injuries. Undraft you. Ray will survive. Let's see. No major permanent injuries. Havel's got no major permanent injuries. We got to rebuild everything, though. Let's work on the wind turbine first and foremost, and then we'll get everyone tended to. Wow, that was a bit of a disaster, wasn't it? Doing good, got to work, but you want to drop in and give some before you forgot to hit make... Oh, okay, gotcha. So hopefully, you survive work. I know work can be rough at times. Oh my goodness, this run has been a mess. Okay, so Ray hasn't even been tended to yet. Maybe we should tend to Ray? Come on. Okay, so Ray's been tended to, and now there's more social fighting, which means there's more injuries to tend to, as always. Hopefully they're gonna calm down and we can make them fine. Okay, all of our soup is now gonna spoil because, unfortunately, we don't have electricity anymore. So we need this thing built, like, yesterday. So it means we gotta grab all that steel. Yep, alright. All of our soup is spoiling. Fantastic! We are out of electricity. Yep. All of our soup all of the soup on the pots just spoiled. Okay. Great. I don't know which faction it was that raided me, but I'm gonna go kill all of them. Just for bothering me. God, alright, we gotta start looting their corpses now, too. What do they have? Okay, every piece of wood is useful. Every pemmican is another thing we can utilize. Yeah, we don't actually have... Like, the thing is, we have a battery. The battery just got drained really quickly once we ran out of, well, all of our power sources. So, you know, big problems on that regard. So we're gonna lose all of the soup that we were working on. Unfortunately, can't do much about that. I think everyone's injuries are mostly tended to, probably. Not really. I think Kefir still doesn't want to get tended to. So we'll just, in due time, it'll be okay. Just give it some time. But you can see that now that there's no power because the wind turbines are off, obviously, and yeah. We need turrets. Like, the main thing is, like, trying to get this stupid arc reactor to just be running 24/7 is gonna be really hard when we can't even get wood. Because you need to get wood to turn this on. Which I think is kind of dumb. So, like, in order to upgrade it, you need more wood. It's powered entirely by wood. But I can't get any wood. Why can't it be chem fuel? You know why? I actually looked it up. So the only way you can get the chem fuel variant, which I would much rather have, is you have to get through the whole wood version first, and then you can upgrade to the chem fuel version. But you also need to do the quest line, and I'm like, why? Why do I need to do the quest line to turn it from wood into chem fuel? It's all burnables anyways. Let's be real. The only thing this is doing is boiling water to spin a turbine to generate electricity. If I can do that with gas, why do I need to do it with wood in order to be able to do it with gas? I'm just saying, it's dumb. All right. I'm gonna just say it's kind of dumb, and I'm just gonna blame it on vanilla expanded being stupid. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, I'm rambling a little too much. I apologize if my rambling is a little excessive, but I felt like I had no choice but to ramble. Anyways, yes, how are you doing, Infidave? Yeah, welcome to Professor Complains About Things for quite some time. The problem is I actually need to stop growing. Okay, after this batch of fiber corn, we're gonna switch to growing rice, and hope we don't run into another rice failure. Worst comes to worst, we'll eat the corpses. Worst comes to worst, they're frozen corpses. If we have to embrace cannibalism, then so be it. Yeah, it's not a bad idea to do that amount of battery shenanigans, but we also I didn't set that up. I probably should in the future. Like, unfortunately, a lot of our power is dependent on whether or not we have a lot of wind until we can get more wood. And these guys just don't have a lot of wood. Okay, so a manhunter pack of scimitar cats have arrived. I'm sorry, what? What is the scenario on? Hold on. What is Mr. Randy on right now? Oh, because we're not on wealth independence. It's actually just tracking our wealth, and I think our colony wealth is too high. Ah, yeah, our colony wealth of 150,000, yeah. That'll do it. Anyways, we're being attacked by 14 scythe cats, by the way. Alright, I guess we'll just get everyone into emergency mode real fast, and we'll just see what we can do about this, but good lord. Don't worry, Yumi, we're gonna get you inside. We're gonna get you to safety as fast as we can. I think the solution here... okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draft everyone. We're gonna all stand here together. Okay, so we weren't able to get everyone to where they need to be, unfortunately. Okay. I think the solution is... Havel's having a mental breakdown. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, so in this case, the solution is I'm going to find a sacrifice. I'm going to put Airman Joker in the front, and I'm just going to have the shotgunners hold the line and just try to blast them as they walk through. And then we're going to try to bait this one over here. Zippos can at least fight that one off, but Havel having a mental breakdown right now is the worst thing. Okay, yeah, that's... Oh, no! Come on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Peoples are one, that one. Okay, let's get over here. Oh my goodness, the shotgunners are dying. Okay, well, I guess everyone's gonna die because I can't do anything about this nonsense. All of our fighters keep getting down. Like, we're literally not having any room to breathe right now. Like, right now, the only person with a weapon is, like, Zeoposer, who has to try to cut down, what is this, 5 of these? I might need mech suits, unironically. Like, Havel's just sitting there, eating food, while getting mauled to death by a bunch of cats. Oh, fuck, again! It's a dead colony. Yeah. Goldenrod doesn't have any bullets. Oh, never mind. Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna reload. I'm sorry if I'm reloading a lot, but quite frankly, I do want to see this colony to the end. But good lord, it was a raid into Scythe Cat, not even 24 hours after the last event. Like, come on. Give me time to breathe, please. I get that it's random. Hello, Arctic Fox, how are you? Okay, I have an idea. These turrets aren't gonna save me. Alright. New plan. I'm gonna start sealing off some of these corridors, I think, is the only thing I can do. Could put down turrets. Barbed wire would not be a bad idea also. We do need a super soldier program. Can't really afford steel or wood right now. I need the game to give me like... I need it to give me like a quadrum to just breathe. Let me have a minute to do the things that I need to do. Let me, like, for example, give Goldenrod a stack of bullets. Let me actually just set up kits too before I forget. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a new kit here. We're gonna use Goldenrod as a prime base here. Okay, new loadout. We're gonna call this MG. Hello. Okay. 65 watch streak is crazy, by the way. I appreciate it. I'm sorry if I've been like ranting a lot. Sometimes Rimworld make me smudge, and obviously I'm playing this a little poorly, and I could be playing this a little better. Which I'm gonna try to play this better. Like, again, it's... I just need the game to give me a little bit of breathing room. Like, please give me just like a little bit of time to just breathe. Okay, so that's fine. And we're gonna make a new copy of this loadout, and we're gonna call this the rifle. And then we're gonna switch this to, for now, bolt actions with I don't know, 50 rounds. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, so then Goldenrod gets MG. And then Steve gets rifle, Sun gets rifle, and then I need Ray because we're gonna make a new kit for her. We're gonna call this CQC. We're gonna give her shotgun pump with I need at least 60 buckshot shells, should be fine. And then we'll assign this one to Ray and to Kefir. Okay, so at least they'll have the bullets that they need. Okay, fantastic. Okay, hopefully I can breathe and not be frustrated. Okay, let's be happier and less smudging over a funny video game. If we really want to be mad and angry, we should wait until XCOM. That's when it's going to be really rough, because as we all know, XCOM is a game with very fair and balanced RNG mechanics, where nothing wrong will ever happen and everything is perfectly fine and completely balanced, right? Wouldn't you agree that it's a fair and balanced game? I did not add the Springfield outfit. Remind me tomorrow or on Wednesday, and I will add it for you. Yeah, and I think it'll be fine. Just like a little bit of wood. I feel like waiting for this thing to have enough wood is just like an impossible task. Like, we have to grow wood. The fiber corn takes like 2 days to grow. Or like, no, it takes like 3 days. Like, no, fiber corn... It'll take forever to grow. Okay, Umi became an adult. All right, fantastic. What do you want? You can either be chemically fascinated, a germaphobe, or constantly bemused. Or we can choose to give you no trait. Chemical fascination is probably a no-go. Germaphobe is probably okay. Constantly bemused is definitely a no-go. I guess we'll go no trait. Okay. I feel like I don't want to cheat in wood, but at this point I might have to, just because we can't progress through the story if we don't. I can't grow fiber corn. I just can't afford it. We have to grow rice. We need food. I need this vehicle built like yesterday. If we can get the vehicle built, this will be a lot easier, because then we can just drive around where we need to go. Because we don't have any pack animals either. I don't want to send people off to the void. I might have to, though, like, outpost a few people until we can stabilize our everything. Yeah, it's like a big problem. Like, we have weapons, but barely. I don't know why, like, they haven't reloaded their weapons. We gotta make sure everyone's, like, kitted out, and Goldenrod, for example, doesn't have bullets yet because no one's sitting here and making the weapons at the loading bench. I don't know why this room is still negative 42 degrees Fahrenheit despite having these heating things too, which is a bit of an issue. So we gotta figure out how to do that. Yeah, this is Frostpunk, not Cadia. Exactly. What do you mean waiting for Legion? Well, what does that mean? What do you mean waiting for Legion? Oh, look at Kefir here. To be fair, at least like this will become a little better. Like once we can stabilize long term, it'll be a lot better. But right now, it's kind of difficult to do so. Primarily again because of this lack of steel. But once we get through all of that, it'll be fine. But we definitely need to get this vehicle made yesterday. If we can get the materials for it. That's a lot of meteors, but this game keeps spawning meteors every 5 seconds, which I guess is fine. At least 1200 steel we can utilize. And Umi's not. Oh, right. Hold on. I forgot that you aged up, which means your gear. You can't use your gear anymore. Whoops. Okay. Okay, so by aging up, you should have received your stack of gear. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to save this apparel set. We're gonna call this the parka. I'm just gonna call it parka, and then I'm just gonna quickly load that on. Load that onto you. Fantastic. It did not do anything. That's great. All right, so in that case, we have to manually do this because this thing doesn't work for some reason. So you need a parka. What do you mean wearing a parka would remove the blue fur? What? Okay, so your pawn didn't get redrawn, question mark? That can't be good. Okay, wait, where's your pawn? Hold on, I'm gonna do this myself. Prop this. Okay, then put it back on. Okay, I think you're good to go now. You have gear. You're fine. Yeah, because I forgot you were a child pawn, so you had the child clothing, and obviously as an adult, you now need adult clothing, so, you know, that was the main issue. I will say, I think the unfortunate part is in Rimworld, I don't think AoE heaters do anything. Like, I could put a heater here, like, in Frostpunk, if you put a heater, say, here, right, it would warm up the area around it and people would stay warm. But you can't do that in this game because of the way temperature is managed, so you have to do, like, discrete rooms. And I don't really want to turn this into, like, a centralized base. I do like having the open area to walk between, but if we have to, I may convert it into, like, a big mega base design with maybe the center area exposed. Like, that is an option. But I'm trying to avoid that if I can. I would like to see if I can keep this area exposed just for purely for the love of the game and for the aesthetics of it all. Can I build another one of these? I don't have the steel for it. Just kidding, we do have the steel for it. No one wants to grab it though. Just keep digging out all that steel until we can get that thing built. This room is also not warm enough. I'm surprised that these radiators are just not enough to manage the heat that we need. Like, legitimately, it seems like I'm gonna need even more heaters to just counteract the sheer heavy temperature outside. So I may need to invest in another radiator and maybe get rid of this old one. The ammo consumption effect raiders too. Yes, eventually the AI will run out of ammunition, and I've done that before where you can kind of finagle them to you can kind of wait out their munitions. Like, it is an option. It's not the best option, but it is an option. Okay, because I do need to progress through this plot line, and if I don't do this, we're gonna take forever. I will just we're gonna pretend we started in with a bunch of wood. Let's say we managed to, before the great winter, we came in with a bunch of stacks of wood. No one would be opposed to this, right? Like, at all, if I did this. If you have an opposition to this, speak now. And if you want me to actually go out and hunt down individual units of wood, let me know. Otherwise, I think this plot's gonna take forever, and I'd rather just be able to continue and move on. Eventually we might be able to get a more casket. Yeah, I figured, like, it's reasonable that we'd find a lot of dead trees, but, like, we just didn't find any, like, on the map, like, when we spawned in, which is weird. So let's get 2,000 units of wood, so at least we can start this. Okay, because this is gonna need extra fuel. It's gonna run out. You, get over here and put wood in there, so at least it gets more power. Okay. Because this has to burn through at least another 700 units of fuel, which is fine. Yeah, it would make sense, I would think. I don't know why. I get that it's an Ice Age map and it's not going to spawn with a lot of trees, but it would still be here. Maybe I should. Maybe for these future things, I should start making my own custom maps or custom scenarios. But I don't really know how to make custom scenarios. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Like, the game said, like, it's too cold, no trees would reasonably spawn here, so they just didn't bother spawning trees. Like, I'm pretty sure that is what happened. Okay. This is now a nice, warm, toasty room. Fantastic. I would like to build more batteries if I could. Just the standard 4K battery, right? 150 is not too bad. I guess we can put down a second to give us a little bit more buffer. Time to start making more soups again. All right. Yeah, expedition. We could go on expeditions, but there's not really much places to go to expeditions. The nearest town is all the way down here, and that's why I'm trying to build the vehicle so we can navigate over there. It's a 4-day journey, so this would need a few more parts to build, which thankfully we are building it if we get the steel for it. I think if we okay, here's my plan. If we recruit new pawns, I'm gonna just outpost all of them for the time being. I think that's gonna be my immediate plan. If we've managed to save or capture people and we do flip them, I'm gonna outpost them because that's the only way we can survive and get free items for the time being to get through this. That'll be our quote-unquote expeditions. Because I mean, in Frostpunk you do make outposts, right? So wouldn't it make sense that we too would be making outposts? I think it would make a lot of sense. I think many would agree with that sentiment. Oh my goodness, we can finally make the stupid advanced quarry, but that's gonna require a few other things that I can't afford. I need, like, this robotic machining table, for example. There we go. This room is still frigid, despite having these steel radiators. Maybe I do need a large one for that room. There is at least also a bunch of slag chunks that we can use to rip apart for materials. We should probably seal this up. I think it's time that we probably make this room finalized. That would mean putting the auto door, I'd say about here. And then we're gonna expand, we're gonna make this room full-sized. I think it's about time that this room became full-sized research lab. Okay, Umi's getting a lot of traits, which means Umi's gonna be able to at least survive a lot of these nasty, nasty mental events. That's a lot of steel, we need to grab that. Ah! Goldenrod's organs are beginning to decay. Why? A flesh-eating infection is eating at Goldenrod's kidney. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Hello, Nahil. How are you doing, comrade? Okay, that is a problem, isn't it? People just dying of hypothermia. Okay, well, maybe you should get inside and not be outdoors. I had to reload after a bunch of fights because we were just getting completely demolished, because I just need the game to give me a break until we can be prepared for such events. Okay, you're stuck here. Why don't you get rid of that wall? There we go. So at least you can get out there. Hello, Alana. I'm sure maybe you were watching me get clobbered by the game. I don't know. But we're doing our best to survive as best as we can, but good lord, we have a lot of problems here. Frostbite, for example, is a bit of an issue. Thankfully, Umi is actually a decent doctor. So, Umi, we're gonna make you the other colony doctor. And then we'll make Goldenrod not. Okay. So that should be enough. And hopefully the rice is gonna grow soon. Oh my gosh, it's too cold in this room, actually. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Let's crank the temp up in here. And then let's set this to a little higher. Okay, so this room Is it really too hard to get? Oh my, it's negative 70? Oh geez, I just realized negative 70 centigrade. No, I didn't double wall, but I'm starting to think I should have double walled this. I should double wall the hothouse, shouldn't I? Okay, hydroponics basins cannot be, can't be moved. So, hold on, I'm just gonna do like this. I'm just gonna... It's gonna ruin the circular look that I wanted, but I think it's fine. Oh, wait. I have an idea. Fill the... with heaters? Oh, that's true. Yeah, I can do that too. 175 watts is a little rough, but I'm pretty sure we can afford that. Let's try, try if that's enough. Actually, wait, we can do it here. Okay. Because the rice isn't growing as fast as I'd like, and you might notice we're running out of rice real quick. I need to store stuff here. What is this supposed to be? Steel? I think this is gonna... Okay, let's make this one wood. And then we're gonna make a few more of these, so we can kind of sort through this. I need another one that's just strictly steel. The steel one over here. Storage, steel. Okay. Then we get another one over here as well, so at least we have more storage. Okay. Water extraction using Orwell mechanics. Oh, I remember doing that water extraction shenanigans, and it's a little obnoxious, honestly. It's fun if you know how to deal with it, but I, quite frankly, didn't want to deal with it. It is a cold... It's negative 80 centigrade outside. Yeah, these guys aren't going to live much in this weather. Oh my god, the crops are actually freezing. Crank this up again. 35 is the max temperature that this radiator can output. Umi is dealing with serious hypothermia. Build me this heater now. Maybe we can get some temperature in here. Crank it up a little bit. Set it to 35. Probably is fine. Okay, we got another one. Let's set this one to 35. Okay, temperature's starting to stabilize in here. It's just like frostpunk with all the crazy weather effects. Yeah, that frostbite's getting a little nasty. What area got healed? What? Oh, that's fine. I need combat cloaks. I think we need combat cloaks, but I think the combat cloaks are too expensive, right? So one combat cloak does require 20 steel. If you make one, it does increase, even if you make it out of cloth, right? It does provide additional insulation. Cloth would be decent. Blue fur would be ideal. Muffalo would be the best. We don't have any muffalo. Let's see. I don't know what leathers we have hanging around. Mastodon? I think Mastodon leather's pretty hefty, right? So if we make this out of Mastodon leather... Mastodon leather... 39. Okay, so if we're willing to burn basically all of our components for this, we could keep everyone nice and toasty for basically the foreseeable future. Okay, do this until we have like one in stock. I think we don't have a choice. We gotta start making these. It's the only way we're gonna survive this like nightmare. Okay. Who's my best crafter? Sun is my best crafter. Wakey wakey, it's time to get worky worky. Until everyone's got a combat cloak, we're gonna die. Okay, this is actually like air gapped, which is hilarious. I wasn't intentionally trying to make this air gapped, but it is now. This one is gonna be chem fuel storage, so we can kind of get this sorted out as well. We just need to survive this winter. Like, I think if we can get through this winter, it'll be okay. We just have to, well, get through it, which is gonna be a problem. As everyone's getting hypothermia. Wait, yeah, that's a goldenrod. We gotta deal with that organ decay too. Eventually we'll find a way to deal with the organ decay. Thankfully, Ranu is sound asleep, like the baby that Ranu is, and there's no major issue there, thankfully. As long as your nursery is nice and toasty. You're already in the queue, don't worry. Okay, we got one combat cloak, right? Okay, sun is dying out here. Someone please rescue. So haul this in. I'm sorry, it says negative 90 centigrade. So not only is a cold snap, it's also an ice age. You know what? Why don't we just set... Okay, hold on, I have an idea. We're just going to set everyone to the indoor safety area for the time being. Hold on. We're going to make a new zone. We're going to make a new zone. Hold on. We're going to call this warm. Okay, I need to figure out which areas are actually warm. This will be warmed up eventually, so it's fine. And that's fine, okay. I don't think I'm using the term correctly. Okay, then let's get everyone in the warm zone, and then you need to quickly rescue Sun. Okay, because we just gotta find a way to survive this temperature shenanigans. Okay, you're gonna quickly tend to Sun, and then that should be okay. Alright. Oh yeah, no, this is very wasteful. Like, I don't disagree with that sentiment. Okay, Goldenrod died. What? Oh, shoot. How did you die? Hypothermia? Because he didn't get into the warm area fast enough. Okay, so unfortunately, that means Ranu's mother has died, and I do not have any food for Ranu, which is also a problem. Okay, baby food. Okay, just trying to make baby food. We have no choice. This is the only thing we can do. Let's do until we have like 20, I guess, in stock. We'll bury Ranu when the ground has thawed. But we're definitely not gonna be able to do it right now. Not in this weather. Oh, I'm sorry, Ranu. Your own parent has perished in the frozen tundra, and I wasn't able to save you. To save her. Look. Yeah. Hypothermia. Yep. I mean, this is the frostpunk experience, right? We knew cold was gonna be a problem. We gotta wait until the cold snap ends. So our rice is mostly grown, so at least we can harvest most of these now. It's just fed for a little bit, and we'll just have to make sure we tend. There we go. Umi's gonna be I guess the primary child care provider for Ranu for the time being. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we'll have Umi prioritize taking care of Ranu for the time being. That's really all we can do. We gotta wait until the weather's better. We didn't even make one of those cloaks yet, either. Yeah, because no one else can. I need this Ice Age to end! I need it to end like yesterday. I wonder if I could... Yeah. Just all the frostbites. Anyways, you know what would be nice? It would be nice if it was a little cooler here, but unfortunately it's been getting warmer and warmer. I am not looking forward to summer. I am much more of a winter person, if that wasn't obvious enough. Kind of. I don't know what it is. I do like winter, but it's also because I keep my personal space a little warmer than others, mostly because I have a lot of electronics running around all the time in my personal room, and so having the winter keeps, at least I can crack the window open and let some of that excess heat out. Is that weird? I'm sure someone will tell me if that's weird or not, and I think it's perfectly fine. Okay, wait, I think this area is actually warm enough. Oh no, whoopsies, I did not mean to do that. How do I remove that? Okay, so this area is warm enough. So I know it says warm, but I think it's like, as long as it's above 70, it's fine. And I do need them to be able to go in here so they can actually get the materials we need for these work projects, so I'm okay doing this. I'm gonna put another door, like here. You also consider that weird? You grew up in hot climates, you prefer summer yourself? That's fair. My summer is the best, 22 a day, 14 at sea. That is actually really nice. What do they call it? Hoodie weather? Sweater weather? Is what people are really into nowadays. Okay, so hopefully we can get Ray to manufacture. Okay, we don't have the steel. How long will this... I know the Ice Age is permanent, but how long will the cold snap last? I have an idea. Okay, here's my janky idea. So Alana's actually unrestricted from moving about due to the fact that she comes with super high-end future tech. So what I can do instead, if I need the steel, is I'm gonna order her to haul the steel, like all of it. At the very least, you should be able to get over there, grab it, and then we can have Ray start putting something together with all that steel. If we can make a few cloaks, that'll be nice. It's negative 94. Isn't the max min temp in Rimworld negative 100? I think it's like negative 100. we're quickly approaching. Isn't it? I thought it goes. I thought it's as low as it goes. Rimworld min temperature. Does it actually go all the way to like negative? Actually, wait, I'm gonna Google this up now. Minimum comfortable temperature. Okay. What's the lowest temperature you can get in the game? Oh, it does go down to negative 270. It actually goes to... Wait, what was the game? Oh, I remember now. So I think it was specifically... I'm getting that bad knowledge from when I played SOS 2 and the grav ship stuff, where space is at a cool... is at a toasty negative 100. There is a mech cluster with a weather controller. Why? What is it doing? It's going to force perpetual fog storms. Yeah, okay, negative 100 in SOS 2, negative 75. Yeah, that's why. That's what I figured. A teenager's approaching the colony. Sure, I guess we'll talk to this mysterious child who is not at all kitted out for this weather. Quickly have Alana run over there and talk to the child before she freezes to death. Come on. We're probably gonna recruit her quickly. Yeah, it's Britain now. Okay, so we can allow her to join. Her eyes are pure white. She has mastered her metabolic and circadian rhythms. At least that's what she claims. She never sleeps, never needs to eat, though through her eyes you see primal hunger. Come on board. Okay, and then I'm gonna assign this. All right, Nahil, since you're already here, congratulations. This is you now. Let's quickly get you in the safety zone. And I'm gonna have Alana continue to haul large quantities of steel. And hopefully we can get you inside, and then we're gonna quickly load you up with the correct gear. Now, you are a child, right? You're 13, so you can wear adult gear now, right? I think 13 is the age of adult gear. Yeah, so we're gonna quickly fix that up real quick. Okay. Unironically, yes, you're the only one who's capable of surviving this outdoor weather, so we're having you haul everything. I wish I was joking, but no, that is legitimately the reason. That is legitimately the reason. I'm so sorry that this is what you've been reduced to. But someone's gotta do it. Someone's gotta do it. Actually, it's negative 60 now, which means it's a little better. Actually, can you... finish making this? Okay. Okay, so someone's gonna finish making this cloak. And we'll need to make more cloaks. And then I think once we have enough cloaks, we'll be fine. Our rice crop is okay. Oh, a heat wave? Whoa! Thank you for the heat wave. Alright, now we're fine. Now we're cooking. Literally, let's unrestrict everyone. Let's get all these work jobs done. Let's get all the steel hauled. Okay. Wait, they handed out an... Wait, that's a cute emote. I am glad that I am alive at a time when we might actually go visit the moon again. I remember when I was but a wee young professor, I really wanted to be an astronaut. And then it turns out I did not have the medical skills, or the medical stuff to become a astronaut. And so I never did, tragically. But it would have been cool to go into space. What's the saying? Oh geez, Alana's now sad wandering because I've been ordering Alana to haul copious amounts of steel for the past God knows how long. Alright, fantastic. Did we talk about how the Artemis launch was running into issues because of God, I wish I was joking when I say this because of Microsoft Outlook. Have we discussed that yet? Or was that over the weekend? I can't remember if that was last week or if that was over the weekend. You're supposed to play Crimson Desert today, but now you want to play Rimworld. Play modded Rimworld. It's more fun than playing Crimson Desert. Rimworld will never hurt you. Okay, I'm lying. It will absolutely hurt you, but it's fun. So if you don't know, what happened during the Artemis launch apparently was they ran into an issue where their devices had 2 instances of Microsoft Outlook, and they were using it for communications, and they're just like, they had to figure out how to, like, I guess uninstall one of them so they can use the correct Outlook. And I'm like, how does this even happen? This is, I think, the problem when you let Microsoft products into your super expensive space launch. Why would you let them do that? Why would you let them do that? Could be worse, I guess. I guess they could have like ChatGPT up in space, and that would be the real cursed timeline, wouldn't it? Okay, we gotta bury Boomy. I don't know where we can bury people though. Should we just cremate the body? We can make a sarcophagus, I guess. I guess we'll build like a tomb for the fallen somewhere. I think for now we'll just put a simple grave, and then we'll and then later on we will figure out what to do with this, or move the corpse somewhere else. Let's put goldenrod in here for now. Okay. They could have gone with Apple. Could have been much worse. I mean, I don't know if you want. I mean, I guess Apple would be fine. No, Siri, make a correction burn. All right, burning the oxygen supply. Oh wait, is there a Siri? Wait, I want to hear what that sounds like. Is there a Siri simulator? Siri voice simulator. Hold on. Let's have it say it. Siri, make a correction burn. Okay, it's loading. I think I found it. Oh, I think it's a website.
All right. Burning the oxygen supply.
Oh, it's an AI website. Never mind. Ugh. Okay. Anyways, see, trying to start. If it's Windows, it keeps crashing your PC. Are you using? Are you like the 3rd person to complain about Windows and switching to Linux? I'm not even joking. Multiple people I've talked to recently have all said like, oh yeah, I'm installing Linux now. Oh, I'm uninstalling Linux now. I'm moving away from Windows now. It's all about that Linux, baby. It's all about Linux. Pretty sure VGP has a preventer for gutworms, and I have a synthetic organ printer for organ decay. Okay, so Goldenrod did have organ decay, but Goldenrod also exploded, so it's not really a thing to worry about right now. Let's bury the dead. We gotta make use of the heat wave to try to get everyone the combat cloaks. Ray got the first one, so hopefully we can get more soon. We have enough leather. Organ decay just randomly happens. I think usually it's from, like, let's say your pawn is like a weird pawn. I can't remember what the term is. And there's a chance that they develop organ decay, I think is one of the causes of it. Is that the term? Weird pawn? Probably. Oh my gosh, we found an animal. A penguin. Alright, how can penguins survive? Penguins are good through what temperature grade? -70. We could actually rescue this penguin. Or we just kill it. I think we just kill the penguin. I can't well... Yeah, because there's no food for it. Yeah, I have to just kill it. I'm sorry, penguin. You're gonna be a delicious meal. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm like, wait, we don't have food for this. I gotta eat the poor thing. Also, I forgot to read Nahil's pawn. Let's see. So you're a weird pawn, which means we don't know your childhood. You're cold tolerant, bloodlusty, incompetent. Okay. Chemical interest, body mastery, and fast learn. Okay, so you learn fast, but you just have no ability to do anything is the best way to describe it. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with you. I guess we'll just have you learn how to build things. We'll worry about the rest of this later. Yeah, you learn fast in things you have passions for, but you are basically an idiot. An idiot savant, let's call you that. How about that? Yeah, it's -40 right now, so that's actually really nice for us. It gives us an opportunity to try to build the things that we've been missing out on building. At least the arc generator is getting built out. This will be able to upgrade soon. How much steel am I sitting on? We actually got a decent amount, 1,500 steel from that. I need to get the quarry made. So to get the quarry, I'm going to need at least one medium machine frame, which we can build. And then I need this to make components until we have at least... we should always have a stockpile, I think, of 30. 30, so 10, 120 for every 10 stack is fine. It's a little rough, but it's workable. Because I don't have the auto fabricators right now. And I don't think I could even afford to set up auto fabricators at the current time. Try to use this as a time to get some lights in here as well. Just so we can get it a little nice and, you know, viewable. And we should probably fix the bathroom up too. We actually have so much concrete mix that we've been producing that I can actually start doing things with it. Where's my concrete mix at, actually? Let's see. Because I do want to start adding more... How much concrete mix? Oh, do I not have concrete mix? Oh, I don't. I guess we haven't been able to get any for quite some time. Okay. So at least we'll survive for now. Once we get more of these cloaks, we'll be in a better position. I'm not sure who's going to get the next one, but at least Ray has one. Maybe we can get the others. Actually, where is Ray? Oh, that's right. Ray's busy with stuff right now. Speaking of a fun fact, did you know lawyers are really expensive? I paid a lawyer today to start on some work so that me and Ray can live together. And, yeah, let's just say the hit to my bank account was quite rough. But I knew it had to be done. But I do my best.
I am me and this is my favorite dumpster. Fire to watch and relax to on YouTube.
I'm more surprised you're watching this on YouTube. But I appreciate the resub, Umi. 21 months is quite some time for the resubs. I appreciate it. You think you're gonna... I'm not gonna divorce Ray. Listen, if Ray... Listen, no. I think Ray would kill me before I would be able to even consider the option of such a thing. And I would never consider such a thing. I would be dead before you even knew it. So don't worry, that's not happening anytime soon, or realistically ever. So, anyways, I'm just saying immigration lawyers are quite expensive. But hey, you gotta make it happen, right? Use sub badges when? I told myself I was gonna do it last week and I kind of forgot. I was like, oh, I'll get around to doing this. And then I was like, yeah. I have an hour after stream. Maybe after stream I'll try to get a little bit of work done on it and I can see what I can do. But it's gonna be tough. Oh, you know, we need a temple. Hey, look, I just found our new temple room. Yeah, this is gonna be our new temple room, I think. Whoa, hello. I did not mean to do that. Okay, there we go. I owe you 40 months. I do owe a lot of I owe a lot of things. Like I still owe the Christmas album that I swear I'm getting work done on it. I'm just really lazy, and I haven't gotten a chance to, you know, finish it up. There we go. 1 year badge. I know. I'm so sorry. Hey, look at me. Hold on. What does my badge say? My badge says 95 months. Actually, you want to know why it says like that? So I was a streamer a long time ago before I became a VTuber. And after I became a VTuber, that's when I think I had a lot more people coming in and actually watching my stuff. But there was like a long break between when I streamed and became a VTuber, but I had essentially affiliates since like 2016 or something like that, 2017. Oh my goodness, Nahil's got a crumbling mind. Nahil has begun experiencing pounding headaches and begs for help. She can't think straight and is losing her cognitive functions. Nahil claims that she has seen a vision of the future. Within a matter of days, her mind will crumble and she will become incapable of most tasks. The condition is currently reversible with sufficient technology like a healer mech serum, but will soon become permanent. Rapidly decaying mental state. Within a few days, they'll be incapable of most work. Yeah, so anyways, I don't have a way to save you, I think. I'm pretty sure you just, pretty sure you're gonna die, and I can't do much about that. keep this until I have at least 10 in stock. Let's do 30 in stock. Oh, your pawn's just gonna leave? Okay, your pawn just walks out and says, I'm done. Bye. Goodbye, Nihil. We'll remember you. You just... Wait! Hold on! You're carrying 99... Oh, I'm just gonna have you drop that real quick. I can't make you drop this, can I? Oh, wait, no, you came with those simple meals. We don't have any simple meals. That's fine. All of our meals are soup. Okay, let's research. What do I need? I guess advanced lights is fine. Geothermal power would be useful if we find more stuff for that. Just grab all that. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, you basically got a brain tumor. It's kind of tragic. It's very sad, actually, but you know what? It happens, and you can't do anything about it. You're making soup for 2 nights straight. Hey, look, soup is good, though. Embrace the soup. Become one with the soup, and you will be a much happier person, right? That's my belief. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this fog storm. Okay, so what I wanted to do here was I wanted to set up the temple room. I don't know how I'm gonna design it because it's gonna look terrible, but we'll find a way to make it look decent, I think. Because we need a grand... Oh, this thing is 300 steel. I don't really want to burn 300 steel on this right now. We can barely afford anything else in the colony. Everyone's on the verge of a mental breakdown half the time. We gotta get Ray working too, like on this, at the bench, so we can get some things. You don't have a metric ton of sodium. I mean, I sometimes do. I don't know what's happening here. You've intercepted strange electronic signals. Ah, mechanoids with heavy armor will start arriving soon. He says they can at least defeat 20 RHA Molotovs and cocktails. Can also destroy them. All right, well, this is gonna be rough. What do we even do for the heavy mechanoids? I don't think I have a solution for the heavy mechanoids. What do I even do? No, we can't make EMP yet. We need advanced munitions. Which requires precision rifling, which we need anyways, so I guess it's fine. Basically, no matter what we do, it's going to be really rough to fight it off. We'll have to just try to get this research as fast as possible. We could slap down another research thingy, but I don't have the parts for it. Slugs, we probably should... Oh, an earthquake is happening. Wait, what? What do you mean there's an earthquake? Okay, well, the earthquake was quick. Didn't really do much. The earthquake punctured our beach ball a little bit. As you can see, it's taken a little bit of damage from the excessive amount of, I don't know, shaking. I don't know. I need this thing built. What am I still missing? Transmissions. Okay, so we can build the transmission now, I think. So I need 2 transmissions. So once we get all these parts done, then we can get the car, and then we can travel. Wait, can you actually pick the thing gets a damage overlay? Yeah, it does get a damage overlay. I thought it was kind of funny. Okay. It's still negative 55, but that's still surprisingly toasty, all things considered. So we're down 2 pawns. And some of them are still getting a little chilly. Their gear is enough to handle some of the frigid weather, but still not enough to survive the long term, which is of concern. And we are running out of soup, so I guess we should probably start allowing ourselves to manufacture more soup. We should always have large quantities of soup ready to go. Am I basically like a... do you actually discover a lot of bugs from watching this stream? Like, am I that bad at the game that you actually, like, find problems with the mod that you can then fix? Speaking of which, we probably should make slugs too. Yeah, let's make some slugs. First of all, I'm gonna go here. Okay, so I need to find a weapon storage. Okay, here's our weapon closet for now. Put a weapons locker for munitions. Probably just do that for now, and then that way I can storage clear all ammunition, and And then I can then request that we always have a stack of, let's say, 500 slugs. Okay, here we go. 500 slugs and 500 bucks, and we also need 500 of these. And those are the only cartridges we're using right now. And bother reporting, such as the fact that for a long time you couldn't put beach balls on the water. Oh, really? That's actually kind of funny. That's actually kind of a funny thing to think about. Actually, wait. Okay, at least you can reinstall it, right? That's good. A flash storm is not an ideal situation. We are running out of steel, though. I need to grab that. I need the components, too, which I think are few and far between. Thankfully, we have this mini quarry, so at least we can get a lot of slate. A cargo pod full of weapons has arrived. It contained bow and arrows, and more importantly, that is a 30x64 thermobaric fuel cell. Oh, the game is freezing. That's not a good sign. That means we're about to get murdered. Hello, Flaming. How are you doing, comrade? Welcome to the game is frozen, which means we're about to get slaughtered by something. I love it when this happens. I love it when the game decides that I am going to die today. Oh, wait. Nope, it's still frozen. Oh, never mind. It's not frozen anymore. Okay. Why can't I click this? Okay, the game doesn't like me clicking this item for some reason. Why? No, the TPS strictly dies when I click this thermobaric fuel cell, and I don't know why. Like, why is it this only? If I have it unselected, it's fine. Oh, Jesus Christ. I was losing frames too. Oh my god. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Like clicking that one item is just causing the game to freeze and hang. Oh my god, it's actually really bad. You've been playing Phoenix Point after you watched someone stream it. You haven't played that game since 2011. How is it now? I haven't played it in a while too. You know what? For my own sake and sanity, I'm just gonna pretend this item doesn't exist. We're just gonna destroy it. We will keep the weapon though. I'll take the incendiary launcher. That's a fun weapon to have, I think. We'll just have... You know what? We'll give this to... So Umi can't fight. Umi is actually incapable of fighting because Umi was a convent child. So because of that, you're incapable of being violent. Who's this person? Oh, we found someone named Houston. Okay, well, welcome aboard, Houston. Okay, so Houston is gonna be assigned to whoever's in the queue. Congrats, Nahil, you're back again. Alright, let's take a look. What does your new timeline say? Okay, so in this timeline, you are a child spy who grew up to be a starship janitor. You're a teeter-totter, constantly bemused, you're gifted and sanguine, so these are kind of countering each other, and nearsighted as well. So you're not really good at range shooting, but you're pretty good at fighting, melee, and you actually have some pretty good stats all around, namely in construction and crafting, which is fantastic because I can always use more crafters. Let's see. So you have the same stuff as you did in the DLC and the issues of the game. So here's the thing with Phoenix Point. Like, I tried playing Phoenix Point a long time ago. I actually didn't mind it. I think it was fine. Because I know, like, their whole gimmick was, oh, you can aim at certain parts of the body, and then the aliens will develop resistances to it if you keep targeting it all the time. Which I think is cool in concept, but I think it didn't really pan out the way they wanted it to. Ultimately, in the end, I think they really tried to make it work, but I don't think it, like, really caught on. And I think people just got annoyed when it's like, oh, my strategy of attacking them just isn't working anymore because they're learning to, like, their heads are now more armored. So now I gotta go for the legs, and then now the legs are armored. People just got annoyed about that. So, I also always thought that Phoenix Point was just not as bombastic as XCOM. And I say the word bombastic a lot when I talk about these games, but one of the big things about these games is, like, you do need to have a game that really has that big, heroic feel. And a lot of times, these XCOM likes don't have that because they want to be a lot more in the strategy layer. Like I know Xenonauts 2 just came out, and Xenonauts 2 is well known for having a really in-depth strategy layer, and the tactical layer is pretty good combat, but it's not, you know, that crazy heroic feeling that XCOM typically has. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of like what different people want to have. And I don't know if it's just me, but nowadays I like games that have like that super heroic feel to it. That's why I'm like, oh yeah, I'll play XCOM 2 because it's big and crazy, and then I'll ignore something like Xenonauts because it's just, I'll play this when I want to have a lot more of a serious tactical, you know, thinking session. Does that make sense? Like what I'm talking about? Okay, good. So everyone gets +5 mood buff for having a wonderful funeral. Okay, we also have 2 combat cloaks now, so that's good. Also got precision rifling. I am looking very much forward to the Star Wars XCOM game. I plan on streaming that. I don't remember, because I believe that game does have a lot of character customization as well, and I think it's made basically by a lot of the same people who left Firaxis after XCOM and XCOM 2, who worked on those games, and I'm like, all right, they're basically just making their own version, and I'm very, very excited to see it. So, yeah, I'm absolutely excited to see the new XCOM title in that regard, and I think it's gonna be very cool to see. Obviously, it's gonna take some time before, you know, it becomes playable, but maybe if we're lucky, it'll come out this year or next. I did also hear that there's another similar game. I heard Rainbow Six Siege is getting a tactics game as well. I have no idea if that's true or not, or if we'll ever see it, but it apparently is something that's okay. Combat Extended is breaking. What is happening? Combat Extended is just like, if I click, okay, here we go. No, that's not it. It's the slugs. It's the slugs. Why is certain ammunition just like causing the game to like hang? Yep, Combat Extended is the game that gives all the funny mechanics. Also, I feel like Gears Tactics almost got great. I never played Gears Tactics. I have a lot of friends that were like really into Gears, but I never got into it myself, so I just kind of ignored it. Gears is an interesting universe where it's very much like super ultra machismo shenanigans going on in there, and I think it's kind of entertaining in that regard, but it's just not the game for me, quite frankly. I just don't care enough. Did we grow more? We are growing rice. Okay, good. As long as we got a steady supply of rice, we should be fine. You wouldn't mind a Rainbow Six Siege XCOM if they didn't screw it up. You wish they had Stargate XCOM? I never watched Stargate. I mean, who knows? Like, they could do anything. I think an XCOM... Like, I'm just a sucker for tactics games. I've been, for example, replaying one of my favorites recently. I've been replaying Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Together, but with the One Vision mod. Yes, it's a mod for a JRPG tactics game. It's a really good mod. Highly recommend it. But it's but it's like, man, there's so many cool tactics games that I want to be playing. I just don't have time. Yeah, I love tactics games with RPG mechanics where characters level up and all that type of stuff. That's why I really like Final Fantasy Tactics. Stargate's hella good. One of your favorite sci-fi. Maybe I'll have to watch it. Is it a TV show, right? I can probably add it to my Plex server and give it a shot. Let's do a celebration outside. I guess we'll do a quick celebration. Oh no, we can't because everyone's freezing to death already. It's -63 because the heat wave is over. So we do need to be a little cognizant of temperature. I don't know why clicking on certain ammunition is breaking the game. What a weird problem to have. It's not even showing up on the logs either. All right, I guess I'm just never clicking on any ammunition, and we're just gonna have to hope we can figure it out the right way. Okay. Electricity wise, we're still okay. Oh my god, I can't click on this anymore because it's just gonna break the game in half. Okay, based on a movie which is some context was first time season of the show. Okay, got it. I'll need to take a look. I'm generally open to watching different things, even though I do watch a lot of the same stuff. Like, I'm still trying to get through. Like, I'm a sucker for police and crime serials. I never really watched Law and Order, but shows like Criminal Minds, Flashpoint, what is the other one? And 911. And I've been seeing a lot of clips of The Rookie. Like I might be watching that at some point. I don't know why that specific genre of garbage TV is like something I thoroughly enjoy. Blacklist is another fun one too. Oh, hey, we can upgrade this. We're gonna upgrade this. Okay, so we can upgrade this to the super wood-fueled arc, which requires a lot of components. And we're being raided by the League of Seistan, which is coming in with 8 humans coming in to ruin our day. Hi, Ray. Ray's back. How was your little adventure? By the way, there's a bunch of steel here, I just realized. Okay, so they're attacking after some time. The main problem is they actually have good gear. And they're actually kitted out to survive this weather, which I may need to steal their gear. Yeah, I'm gonna... If we can steal some of their gear, that'd be great. This one's probably gonna freeze. A lot of these guys have enough gear to survive. They have flak pants too, which is annoying. This one's definitely gonna freeze to death. She's already got hypothermia. You like board game? Okay. Maybe, is it a I should buy it board game? Does it have a legacy aspect or nah? Should I just build a kill box? Should I just build a Rimworld traditional kill box, or is that too boring? I kind of don't want to, but it's very much a solid option. It's just Slay the Spire, but I like Slay the Spire. I spent like 3 hours playing Slay the Spire today, and I spent 2 hours yesterday, and I spent another 3 hours the day before. I'm playing Slay the Spire like every single day. It's a good game. Alright, I guess we should get ready to deal with this, shouldn't we? Okay. Let's get everyone ready for this. So let's just get everyone here. And then everyone who's not a combatant is going to go hide away. Everyone who does have a weapon is going to be able to get ready to fight. Got one coming on the... Okay, so here's my plan. I'm going to have Havel. Hopefully Havel's not going to die, but I'm going to have Havel assassinate the one coming on this side. And then everyone else, we're just going to try to finagle this. But probably the solution is we're going to do this. Okay, so I want Steve here. I want Nahil, who does have double, who hasn't got knives. Okay, there we go, there we go. And then Kefir over here. And then Ray, you've got a shotgun. I want you over here. They're coming in. We got to get ready to bunga them. Actually, I think the better solution is we'll wait for them to arrive here and we'll bunga them this way. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, you stand here. I want Ray here, I want Zeoposer here, and I want Nahil down here, because whoever pops through this corridor is just going to get ganked or shanked. We're frosting our punk indeed. What does this guy have? He's got a single revolver. If he gets too close, we can just shank him. Okay, I'm just going to keep an eye on this. Okay, so then we have Zeoposer run out. Assassinate. Okay, and then Havel run over there and assassinate this poor fella. Oh, you got the shots off first. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so they all immediately gave up. Cool. Havel did take a few shots, though. So we'll get Havel tended to. Wait, hold on. Before you do that, strip this man of his gear. He no longer deserves to have pants. All right, and then you can go back and get tended to. I'll undraft everyone here. What does he have? All right, he has lost the right to pants. All right, undraft. Okay. Make sure everyone gets tended to primarily. Make sure it's fine, Danny. We could capture him, but I can't be bothered. That's more bodies I have to take care of. So I'd rather just ensure that he dies, and then we'll finish off the animal. Let's make sure that they're all going to be tended to. So you tend here, and then you tend to Havel. Okay, all the injuries accounted for. That was a very easy raid. Okay, I need to use the restroom, though. So what I'm going to do is... Let's make sure there's anything I need to smack around. I do want the gold. We do need the gold for parts. And there's obviously a bunch of steel here we need to grab too. And we're almost there. We just need another 15 components and 2 transmissions. Is there any components on the map? Compacted machinery. Oh, there's still a lot of compacted machinery. Thank goodness. There's an entire meteor full of it. Okay, and we'll grab that. Okay. I'll be right back. I'll let the game run on 1x speed. Should be fine. You can gawk at how beautiful the colony looks like with its concentric rings, and hopefully we can get the reactor upgraded as well. So reactor, and then I'm gonna stop making the battle cloaks temporarily. So hopefully we'll get the reactor going, and then we'll get the car going, and then we can travel, and we can actually explore a little bit, and maybe start sending out expeditions to sell off what we don't need for things that we do need. That's the plan. Because whoever we have is going to have to go on a little bit of a long journey. Send 2 pawns, and I hope everyone survives. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh shoot, I forgot we ran out of things to research. I should probably fix that. Alright, let's get... what do I want? We could get autofab, but I think for now... Actually, it might actually help us out. Sure, why not? Let's do that. What was I going to talk about before I came back here? Gosh, wow, I actually can't remember what I was going to talk about. Surprisingly, there's not much in the realm of VTuber drama that I can actually discuss, because one, I don't think people care about it that much, but I think I've just been kind of not paying attention to VTuber drama anymore. I think I'm finally finding inner peace by just not caring, because I realize that there's always going to be someone who just says something stupid in this space of VTubing. Imagine being a VTuber in this day and age. I think the only winning move is just to not be a VTuber. Don't be a VTuber, kids. It's just not worth it. Because then you have to deal with criticism and responsibility for your actions and people talking about you all the time. It's crazy, I tell you what. Okay, let's throw some concrete. I still don't have enough concrete mix, surprisingly. I thought we had a decent amount, but maybe I do not anymore. Alright, well, we have enough materials. Just need bulb. You... I don't want to say yes to that, but it is a very popular way to get eyes on you if you have, you know, jiggle physics. Whether or not that's something you want to embrace is, you know, entirely up to you. I personally think it's silly, But here's the thing. It's like the whole thing about VTubing is like, you know, you gotta get eyes on you. The VTuber buff is gone nowadays, so the only way you can get people to pay attention to you is if you have something that's like, oh, super unique and new. And your choice is either, do you want to spend like $10 billion on a nice new model? Or like, if you don't have the personality to be a streamer and you just want to rely on, you know, visuals, you gotta have like some crazy model. And there is a decent number of people who like to just use the power of hot anime sexy women or men to get attention. That is entirely their decision, and I'm not here to judge that. I'm just saying that it is a thing that I am very cognizant of. You'd rather watch VTuber, no matter gender, versus face cam streamers more often than not lately? I think it depends. I get why people want to watch VTubers versus face cam streamers, but face cam streamers also have like their own place in the market too. Some people don't want to watch a VTuber. That's just the simple matter of it all. Not everyone wants to see, you know, my beautiful visage on their screens. They'd rather have like a real person, because anime unfortunately still has a little bit of that stigma of being weird and, you know, degenerate, and, you know, only weebs would like that type of thing. As much as we try to, you know, pretend that it's not a thing, it is very much a thing still. It sucks, but what are you gonna do about it, right? Oh shoot, do we need to make more soups? I think we need to make more soups. Alright, let's start making more soups again. I need to replace this with a steel door too, but I don't have components. I need someone to just sit here and make incredible amounts of components, I think. Oh my goodness. Oh no. I'm glad I caught this. I ordered this to make 500 times 500 British rounds. So this was set to create about, what is that? 500 times 500 is 250,000 bullets. Yeah, I don't think we need that many rounds. We're not in World War II. We don't need to make that many bullets, but oh my god, I'm glad I caught that before that got out of hand. Good lord. This is a little fab cabinet here. I think this will make this a little bit faster too. 303 is God's chosen. I don't know if it's God's chosen caliber, but it definitely is a caliber that exists. Actually, let's not put this here. Let's put this, these over here. Exactly. We don't have that many guns either. I need to start setting up more security, like just automated turrets to help out even would help, but again, the lack of components is killing us. I think we grabbed nearly every component that I can find. Well, except over here, we gotta send someone to grab that at some point. There's God's British munitions, British Grenadiers growing in volume. Look, I will say the British Grenadiers theme is still one of my favorite, like, marches. It's such a good song. This wasn't so expensive nowadays. Is it, like, actually expensive to purchase that munition? Actually, now I think about it, what's Twitch's rules on, like, guns on stream? Like, if you were to show a real gun, it's allowed, right? I swear I've asked this question before. I'm pretty sure it's allowed to show like a real firearm on stream, because people do shooting streams all the time, right? 150 a round? Good god, you shoot like a clip and you're already like down, what, 10 bucks? That's kind of nutty. So maybe you want to try Combat Extended? Okay, so here's the thing. I like Combat Extended a lot. I do recommend playing with it if you're comfortable with the regular Rimworld combat already. Just keep in mind that it does make combat a lot more lethal, and if you're not prepared for that, you know, prepare for a lot of brain injuries, because whenever I play, everyone just gets like, you're gonna have half of your colony brain dead by the time you're done. And it is a little rough. Okay, Ranu's one quadrum away from becoming a 3-year-old toddler, so that's a good sign, I think. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. I need these components built. I need some more. I'm out of components again. What's eating all my components? Oh, it's this thing. We got the transmissions made. Okay, so the only thing we need now is 15 more components, which is... I think we can just actually get it from here. Hold on. Where's my miners? Okay, Airman Joker, we're gonna make you... Okay, you already set to my... so plant work, and then if you're not doing that, then you quarry. So our primary miners... Okay, so Prophet 9 will be a primary miner. And then Steve prioritizes building, and then plant work. And then that should be okay. Don't really care about that. Okay, we got eccentric furniture, that's fine. And we do... Okay, so we can make... we can now make EMP rounds. Like, it is an option if we need to deal with them. We don't have the components, unfortunately, because it needs, like, what? Four components for each batch, and, you know, it's a little difficult. We're trying to make them as fast as we can, but it's still tough. I think once we get the auto fabricator, it'll be a little better, but I think that also needs an advanced component. That, guess what? We don't really have advanced components. Okay, let's get the automated fabrication, and then we're gonna get... let's get advanced. I guess hospital bed is probably fine. Chemistry for the Nutramine. And then let's get into... We could grill food. I don't think we need to grill some food, though. Okay, so I did put down a fabrication cabinet, because this will make making this a little bit faster, but it's still slow due to the temperature, which means it's time to upgrade our temperature in here a little bit. I will say I'm very surprised at how little the steel radiator is actually helping with the temperature in here. I thought it would be a little better, but it's still surprisingly not enough. Let's see, so if I have Ray, for example, work on this, let's see how fast it can be made. Let's see. So we've almost fulfilled our temperature need there. Let's crank this up a little bit more. Yeah, I think one radiator, surprisingly, is not enough. I think a lot of times you're gonna need 2 radiators, or I'm gonna need to double layer a lot of these rooms, I think, is the other problem. But again, also just adding additional doors is super expensive. 79 by 39 is like 25 cents. That doesn't sound that bad. I don't have a firearm myself. I'll be quite honest with you. I've thought about picking up one, but with the amount of money I've spent on personal fun things over the past couple of months, I probably shouldn't be spending that much money. In fact, the only thing I'm shooting is my camera and taking cool photos whenever I'm out and about traveling. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything else crazy in the near future because it's just kind of difficult. This fog storm is forever. I've always wanted to get my hands on like an old World War II rifle, though. I think it'd be kind of fun to have like an M1 or a Mosin and just be like, ah, yes, just like in the World War IIs, but that's expensive, and I don't think Ray would be very fond of me spending money like that. So that's why I have not done anything like that. Yeah, Ray basically controls what I'm allowed to do. Let's just put these lights here real quick before I forget. See, look at Ray. She's already laughing because she knows she controls what I'm allowed to do. You missed the bus for the glory days of the sub 100 Mosins. I'm not even surprised. I think everyone's just spending their money willing. Oh, hey, look, this thing got upgraded. Okay. So install energy circulators that redirect excess heat back into the arc core, amplifying power output with only slight rise in fuel consumption. This thing produces 6,000 watts of energy. Needs to burn 1,500 fuel to upgrade. As long as we don't have wood for that, that's fine. Okay. How much more until... There's 4 components there. This thing has... Just gotta keep slamming this out, I guess. Okay, with all this concrete, though, since we have it, we might as well start adding floors. Eventually, we'll be able to color the floors, but for the time being, coloring the floors doesn't matter that much. Actually, wait a second. Oh, it only goes to that far. Oh, wait, I know. We're gonna move these just slightly. One step over. Just like that. Because I know what we can do with that extra tile. I have a plan. By the way, look at that beautiful floor. Our kitchen is actually looking like a kitchen now. Isn't it glorious? Also, there's about 70 cents a round from memory. That's not too bad. I also don't like spending that much money. Like, I'm kind of like a save money where I can, as long as I'm not spending it on like silly things. A lot of times I am spending it on silly things. How much work does it take to make a single component? Okay, so 2 centigrade, 84%, even double fabricate. We need to get it warmer. Crank this up to 35 Cs. All right, it is now... There's not really a way to fix this temperature grade, I guess. I can only be... Oh, shoot, I forgot there's probably a lot of treasure in here. Hold on, there's one thing I gotta do real quick before I forget. We're gonna quickly adjust the loadouts. Anyone with the shotgun kit, I need to swap out. I need to add not only buck shells, but I need slug shells. About 30 slugs should be fine. Yeah. It's your big money hobby, which is why I haven't got into Warhammer. I also never got into Warhammer. I've talked about this before, but if I played Warhammer, Astra Militarum, and I would probably make them like a super weeby anime-themed Astra Militarum, because why not? I would paint them in nice, fun colors. Maybe instead of green, we'd have like, you know, pure white uniforms, dress whites, and whatever you want to call them, and it'll look really cool and awesome, but I also just can't be bothered to spend that much money on Warhammer. I also just kind of suck at painting. I have a lot of hobbies. I don't need more hobbies, is the truest statement that I can provide. Like, what am I into? Magic the Gathering, video games, 3D printing, 3D prints. I do like my Legos. I do like my Gunpla. I do like reading. Oh my goodness, I have so many different things that I just don't have time for. And obviously streaming and being a VTuber eats up a huge portion of my time as well, but that's a willing thing that I'm doing. So that part doesn't bother me too much, but it is something to consider. Oh my goodness, we can make the car now. Okay, hold on. Awaken, Ray. It's time. It's time to build our vehicle, our IFV, the Badger. It only took an eternity to get to this point, but we can now get this thing up and running. Yes. Yes! I don't know where I'm gonna park this. I need to find... I'm gonna turn this... Like, I think once Umi grows up, we're gonna turn this room into a garage. I think it's probably the best thing to do. Or once Ranu grows up. Okay, so Ray working through the night to ensure our car is built. Okay, here we go. This is the Badger. Fantastic. Okay. First and foremost, let's refuel this thing immediately. And then I'm going to rename this thing. I am going to call this thing... I need a name for this vehicle. What would I call it? What's the Admex? The Scutari? I don't know what the Admex... Oh! Okay, got it. The Adeptus Mechanicus. I'm gonna call this, I'm gonna call it Chungus Among Us. What is this, 2013? Or was this 2023? 2022? That was like, Chungus was like a 2022 thing, wasn't it? I'm gonna call it Zojirushi after my water boiler. Okay, let's get this thing fueled up and then we can haul it over here. It does have a turret, so we can actually use this to fight the mechs. The main problem is I don't have the munition. I don't know what munition this uses. What does it use? Okay, so fun fact, this thing doesn't tell me anything, which is not ideal. This comes from Vanilla Expanded Vehicles, which now we can research the light armored vehicle, which is this one here. It's called the Badger. We also build a Paladin. Okay, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, here we go. The Badger stats are here. Okay, so... it's primary cannon, the chain gun. I don't know what munition it uses is the problem. And nor does it say, which is the other annoying part. I definitely know that it is at least combat extended compatible. I just don't know what the bullet is. Oh, here we go. 25 by 137 NATO. So what is that? 25x1. Okay, so 202 steel for 2 cartridges. Okay, so how much steel do I have? I can guarantee you I do not have nearly that much. I still need to make the other things. That's fun. Is it fueled up? Okay, let's go have... I'm gonna have Steve drive it over here. You're now resigned to modding Rimworld for 24 hours. I mean, or the next 4 hours. Hey, look, that's fine too. Don't worry about it. Let's just try this over here. Okay. Here's our very cool vehicle. It's got a turret. It does need a gunner if you're gonna use that, though. It does also have a smoke launcher. At the very least, this could fight off mechanoids, so it's not the worst option. But the steel cost is a little intense. Even with this much steel hanging around, it's still a little much to deal with when we don't have that much steel left. But I think we have to just make a bunch. What was it? 25, 137? I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's just a Bushmaster. We could do Sabo rounds too, but I don't think I really want to, because we can afford the chem fuel and the uranium. I think we dug out the uranium. We didn't yet. Okay, we should probably dig out the uranium. So at least we have a tank. We can, if we research, we can make our own more of them. But honestly, what we're going to do is we're going to send this off on a little bit of a journey. Now that we have this vehicle, let's see. For example, we can take the Zojirushi and we can figure out from here to this. That's 5 days over there. Or we could now take from here all the way to our destination, which is 27 days. Okay, wait. I think it's... Is it faster to walk? It's faster to walk. Excuse me? It's faster to walk. Okay, so whoever we send, it's gonna be like a... Let me double check this real quick. Let me pull up the mod page. Because again, this thing is stupid far. Okay. So according to the mod page, to continue the quest, and we need to go get the... Let's see. We need to rescue the poor guy, right? Forgotten structure. A sealed vault. Okay. There's a few turrets. Power has to retrieve the casket and release the inventor. Okay. So, world map. The buried bunker. The remote crypt. A few crumbling operational turrets guard the interior, powered by an ancient arc generator. Cannot be studied, but can be deconstructed for its valuable salvage. However, we must release it. Okay, so what's my plan here? Okay, so why don't we have you drop the shield first? I'm gonna give that shield to Zeoposer. I think what I have to do is probably just send 2 people off on a magical adventure and hope that they survive. I think that's all we can do. So... we could send them with the vehicle, or we keep the vehicle behind. If we send it off, I'd have to have... Let's see here. What is why is my... What happened here? Why are my textures broken? That can't be a good sign, right? Okay, so we form a vehicle caravan with the Zojirushi, and we throw Zeoposer and... Let's say I send Ray as the other person. And I want to send them with 6 medicines, but also all 67 packaged survival meals. And grab like 20 soups as well. Give them 44 soups is fine. So from here, all the way down here... Okay, it's 15 days. I guess 15 days isn't too bad, because then we can also maybe hit up these towns and we can trade for material, so that's actually fine. So it'll be about 30 days round trip, so about half a year. I guess that's okay. So as long as we're okay with Zeoposer and Ray just not participating for half a year, I guess this is okay. I guess we don't really have a choice in the matter. I do need to keep the plain leather, but I'm okay selling off the others. And then... what else am I okay selling? Oh, we need to carry a large amount of chem fuel. Probably just bring like as much as we can store. 2,000? I think 2,000 chem fuel is probably enough. Right? And then we need things to sell. I guess we'll sell the Strumbo main kids shirt and bring like another 800 silver just to buy supplies. And the prosthetic leg is probably okay to sell too. And I think that's all we can do. I could sell off this industrial automatic mason, which I think I'm okay doing. Yeah, all right. Let's hope. All right, let's hope that these two are able to. Oh shoot. Okay, so why don't we go here first? We'll trade here first. That's gonna be our first destination. That's about 8 days, and then they'll be on the road. Okay, it's gonna take some time, but let's see. Let's pray for their success, because boy, gee howdy, it's gonna be a while. All right. So that's at least 2 less pawns that we have to feed for the time being. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna at least I will allow them to eat the packaged survival meals when the time comes. Worst comes to worst, we feed them pemmican, and that should be okay. We're not gonna deal with this fog storm for a while. I think I'm okay just ignoring it. Let's start moving people into their bedrooms though. I think I wanna start getting them out of here and into these areas instead. That way they can, you know, be nice and relaxed. If I can afford the beds. Which I might not be able to afford all these beds that they keep needing to build. Okay, so here's a small bathroom there. And then, oh, wait. Oh, I have an idea. This one can be an apartment building. Okay, fun idea. We're gonna turn this design into an apartment block. There's enough space here that we could probably turn it into 2 bathrooms and then a common area. I think that would be perfectly reasonable, and it would look kind of nice. Okay, so then I can't afford all the nice doors, so we'll do door. Ooh, okay, hold on. It's actually just a little too small. Yeah, I think, okay, here's my plan. So we can do door, and then bathroom, and then small common area. Okay, that'll be okay. So 2-bedroom house. And I should probably remember to put doors here before I forget. So door here, cancel that one, cancel this, put a door here. Okay. So that'll be a decent bathroom, that'll be a decent house. And then we have to obviously heat it up so that people aren't freezing to death. I know at least one of these can heat up these rooms to at least a comfortable -19, so that's a good sign. Which means I should be able to do the same thing with the small radiators scattered about. I think. Another bed like this. And hope we can find more steel. Hopefully this quarry is going to get me steel and not just more rocks. I'm here to quarry for resources, but unfortunately the chances of finding anything that's not just steel is a little... or not just chunks is a little rough. And I am running out of steel on the map. Short of, you know, grabbing this whatever's here or meteors falling from the sky. Why is clicking on all these? You know, I need to figure out what's going on with that. I think my textures broke. I bet you a mod updated, and I'm gonna have to update my textures. Oh, people are fighting to the death again. Great. Maybe they should stop invading each other's privacy when they're on the toilet. Okay. This journey is gonna take another 7.6 days. That's fine. They have enough food for 10 days, and we'll get them more food as we need to. And they'll at least automatically refuel. I really hope this is enough fuel, by the way. I gave them 2k units of chem fuel. I pray that it will be enough for their long, arduous journey through the winter tundra. Hi, Garm. Good evening. How are you? Gotta keep burning more wood, too. So at least we have enough power. I think I should produce a decent chunk as well. Okay, so we have auto fabrication, which means if I can build a single advanced component, we can automatically make standard component. Oh wait, we can just do this now. Where do I want to put this? I don't want to just put it in here, but I might. Maybe for now, I'm just gonna slot it because these at least can be moved around now. I can kind of just do it like this. And as long as I have a supply shelf, just I don't know, 2 of these would be fine. This one is steel. Make this the most important of them all. Make it critical. And then this one will just be components. And that should be fine. Perfect. Not great, not terrible, like 3.6 Rotgun. Ah. What about, how goes your bloody, what's the thing called? Your dress design thing. When is that, when do you need that by? Like, don't you have to still put it together, or you know, I guess pay someone to put it together at some point? Or is it just kind of like when it happens type of deal? Okay, we at least have a lot of soup. We need to keep making more soup. Why is this? Where are all of our soup pots going, actually? I think you sent me like I saw the updated one on Discord, because I think you posted in the art channel. But if you actually are commissioning someone to, you know, sew it together, I have not seen that part. That part is not something I've seen. I need a little small storage here. What if I just do a small... What holds one item? A round pedestal. Okay, so we're going to do 2 pedestals here. We'll do 1 and 1, and each of these will store... Let's link these together. Pot, soup. Uncooked soups will go on here. That should be fine. Okay, so that'll be okay. Still running out of steel, but hopefully we can grab this other stuff. Oh, speaking of steel, you know what's cursed? Oh my goodness, so does anyone watch JoJo? There's that new Steel Ball Run anime that came out, and I actually did read Steel Ball Run. It's one of my favorite arcs I've ever read for JoJo. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. So they started animating Steel Ball Run. People were looking forward to this. I was looking forward to this. And I thought, I was like, all right, so we're going to get like a weekly episode of JoJo. It's going to be fantastic. And we're going to get through the entirety of Steel Ball Run. And oh my God, it's so... They released 1 episode, 50 minutes. And that's the first core. Just to complete stage 1 of Steel Ball Run. And they said part 2 isn't coming out until the fall. And I'm like, excuse me? You're just going to release 1 episode and you're just not going to release any more for the next... How long? Like, is this... Like, are they for real? Is this actually how they're going to approach a JoJo anime? By just not releasing episodes? The reference sheets are done and there's been something to a person... Oh, okay, got it. Gotcha. Well, I'm hoping it turns out well then, Garm. I'm sure it'll look great. Yeah, it's crazy that this is what they're doing. Instead of, I don't know, actually making it happen. Like the way it should be. I'm actually like... I'm flabbergasted, I believe is what the kids say. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. Do this until we have at least 20 components in stock at all times. Yeah, I think we're getting two sets of Steel Ball Run because they're doing like small breaks in between every core, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, you release 1 core, at least commit to the rest of it, you know, to release, like, at least do 2 cores, don't do like 3 or 4. An animal pod with a bird named Raider has dropped by. Well, Raider, I'm so sorry, but you are about to be consumed. All right, let me take a look at the thing that you sent to Garm. Okay, so this is the final design. Got it. And this is what Kami drew, right? I do like how it looks. It is quite nice. You just know in some, oh, it's Chirangrira. Okay, got it. I just know some goober out there. Not here, obviously, because we're all well-adjusted normal adults, right? I just know someone out there is going to see that and they're like, why is she wearing that symbol and not the more historically accurate symbol? Just know some person is like that. Thankfully, not us, right? Like, we're all well-adjusted humans, right? Right? Please tell me that's true, and I have not been accidentally cultivating a community of questionable individuals. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna believe. Anyways, yeah, I think it looks nice. I think it looks great. Let's do a steel crate here. So I'm gonna store here is I want to store the bricks, blocks. We're gonna do slate blocks, I think. And then this can store... Okay, so then 75 times 6 is... One of the rules is 75 times 6. 75 times 6 is 450. So until we have 450, that way we have enough. I want to stop using the steel for the pipe, so I'm going to start using slate. Oh, so there's a mad moose that we got to kill now. All right, Havel, it's time to pull out your sword and fight. Time to face this. Someone asked me if I was drawing on stream. How I want to help what both have said. Oh, someone is not describing specifically the symbols ugly. Okay, wait, someone actually did ask that question. I was joking, but I guess, yeah, I guess I'm not surprised people are like, but the historical accuracy. Let me look up this individual who drew this. Chiyong Rita. Ah, okay, found him. Healing dragon artist who draws hot men, cute girls, tied up men, and live 2D rigging. That's a lot of interesting things that they're doing. Okay, how far is this journey? Okay, they're 6 days away. They're getting there. We'll make like a few pit stops and then we'll continue on our magical journey. Actually, we'll visit this one. I think this one's probably a little better to visit. Just gotta get past the rough winter. We didn't build any roads. Maybe one day the earth will warm up again. But for now, we have to survive. She's on the arc right now because she got access to the off-Kai's Yabai Market. Is Yabai Market their R18 section? Is that what it is? Actually, you know what's tragic? So, Klaus, my, the OG model artist, a great guy, he is constantly rejected from almost every single convention that he tries applying to. It's actually very sad. He got rejected from AX. He got rejected from ASEN. I think he got rejected from Off-Kai. And I think he's waitlisted for a bunch of these, but he's like never been able to get into like a lot of these conventions as of late. And I'm like, man, that actually sucks. And I wish they'd give him a chance, but no, they're just like, nope, we don't want you in here. And I'm like, oh, I hope they get him. I hope he gets something at some point because it's ridiculous how much he's just being denied. I don't know. It's something crazy. Is there any more compacted steel? All right, so we've gotten every compacted steel on the map. Well, just kidding. There's still like one more tile there. Oh, just kidding. There's a lot more in there. All right. Let's dig that out then. Let's also just dig this out. Dig out this whole slab of ice. You know what I just realized? We could melt this and then farm the salmon. If we can break through the ice. Actually, it's not a bad idea, right? Having fish to supplement our meals with protein. Because we are actually running out of materials to make soup, I think. Let's just stop making soups for now until our rice. We need to find a way to get more food. This amount of rice is kind of enough, but eventually I think our meals are being stretched thin is the best way to describe it. It's gonna just take forever. As long as we can survive, I think we'll be okay. Once we get the machinery automatic fabrication, I think this will become a lot easier. So that means we don't have to worry too much anymore about ensuring we have enough components. And at that point, it's just a steel problem if we can get enough steel. So my goal is to make sure our remaining stretch of steel lasts long enough until I can produce a pulse drill Mark 1, which is 400 steel, 10 components, and a medium machine frame. So that's a lot of steel. But every 3 hours, it will produce something generally steel, which is crazy. And obviously, we'll have to occasionally deal with a bug infestation, but we can worry about the bugs later. My priority is to just get materials. Oh my god, animals are back. Who's got my other shot? Okay, so Kefir's got a shotgun. Who else needs a weapon? Prophet needs a weapon. What do we want to give you? Just a sword. I guess another Gladius. Sea Opposer's got a long sword and he's out. Havel's got a long sword made of uranium. I guess we'll just give a simple... What do I have? Alright. We're gonna give Airman a steel mace. I think that's an okay weapon. Let's go kill a bunch of animals for food. Grab everyone with a gun and weapon. See this giant stack of musk oxes? That's delicious food ready for us to consume once we're ready to grind them down. Alright, so 5 people should be more than enough to handle this. Okay, so we're just gonna have here. We'll have Havel stand on the side and set these 3 to drafted hunt. Okay, so I want to bait them over. Good, good. Yes, enrage, attack us. We are a threat to your herd. Yes, yes, approach us quickly. Get gunned down like the animals they are. Okay, and Havel's gonna have to 1vx them, I guess. Cool. Fantastic. All right, problem solved. Maybe we just let Havel go back. All right, so now we have way more protein than we realistically need for the foreseeable future. Oh, there's one more. All right. See how easy it is? Anyways. Yeah, I've never been to any of those like R18 parts of the Congarm, but congrats to this artist if they are going to be selling questionable content there. There is a market for it. It is scary how crazy the market for R18 content is at these conventions. Lots of what's what I'm thinking of? Lots of degeneracy to be had at anime conventions. I don't actually go to anime conventions that often. I think when I was younger, I really loved going to them. And sometimes I still go. I will go to my local one this year because I do find that sometimes it does kind of bring you back into that weeb energy that I think I've missed. I have not watched a lot of anime in recent years. And I was complaining about this to Ray the other day, where it's like, man, I just don't get a chance to watch anime anymore. And it kind of sucks. And I do kind of miss it. But it's just the reality of just not being able to find the time to sit down and, you know, watch an episode of Doki Doki My Waifu Harem VR MMO lit RPG slime overlord witch tensei shenanigans, or I turn into a vending machine. I still can't believe that vending machine anime is getting another season. Why is that getting like what I think a second season? And we can't even get a second season of No Game No Life. Oh, okay, I'm kidding. The third season started premiering 5 days ago, which apparently is the final one. Oku no Truck-kun. I will be the truck. Okay, let's start moving people out of these. Still not warm enough yet. I forgot we don't have the pipes ready yet. We don't have the slate ready yet either. That's the main problem. Okay, 2 autofabs are ready. We just need to get the supply shelves ready. We don't have any components because we ripped through all the components. So we gotta get that still. But yeah, I don't know. I've been wanting to watch more anime. I remember I was in the middle of watching Overlord at some point. And I didn't finish that. I was in the middle of watching... what's the other one called? I was in the middle of watching Silent Witch at some point. Never got around to finishing that. So many things, just not enough time, and it's quite tragic. Oh, you know what we should put? We should put in a small radio in this dining hall so they can at least enjoy the tunes of the past while they contemplate the meaning of their lives. Okay. 5.7 days, yeah. God, it's gonna be like another 8 days. Basically a whole like quadrum without these two, but I guess they'll have to just do their best. They'll be fine, I think, hopefully. By the way, even here, the average temperature is still negatives. So nowhere in this map is it warm enough to grow outside anymore. The world is struggling to live, and everyone survives strictly off of hydroponics. Thankfully, despite the storm, the fog storm actually isn't that bad because it lets our wind turbines operate 24/7, so that's actually not a bad issue. What is the... Oh my gosh, what is happening here? Why is it trying to build substructure? Okay. Oh, you know what? I think I know what's going on here. Okay, so there is... We need a bridge here. I don't have a bridge. Because there's a very thick, there's thin ice there. You can't put a wall there unless you can build something that's like heavy enough to handle it. Actually, my biggest issue now with this entire map is that it's too white. It's just too much white because of the concrete. We need to find a way to color this. Although I guess it does give it a nice clean look. It's still, I prefer to have it look a little nicer. Okay, I need a crafter. Did I send off all my crafters? I did, except for Sun. Okay, so no one else here can craft, technically. I guess Kefir can, so I'll have Kefir prioritize that instead of after building. And then training is like the last thing I want you to work on. Okay, so then maybe we do need to find more victims. I think we just need to find more victims, actually. I'm gonna order Kefir to just make a bunch of slate blocks for the time being. Shouldn't be too difficult, but I need it done. Also crack open... Let's crack open this area real quick. We'll just open up this door here. Should be fine. Because I need to gain access to here so we can have him easily grab the slate. Oh my gosh, I actually managed to get to 10 degrees centigrade inside of this. It's actually getting a little warmer. It's still a little too cold, but it's functional. And now we're getting the slate blocks that I need. Okay, so you do that, and then... Okay, who's gonna do fabrication? So steel into more components. Above freezing is actually unironically crazy. Like, it's actually crazy to have that happen. This will be a lot easier once they get here. Like, this vehicle is just really slow on the snow. Oh my gosh, they've actually ripped through a decent chunk of this fuel, but we'll be getting... They can refuel it. Why is Ray in medium pain? What's wrong with her? Oh, right. Okay, her leg is... Her leg has a big old bruise that never healed. So before the end of the stream, I think we will be able to get... Oh, we will be able to get Ranu... Oh, shoot. We will be able to get Ranu upgraded to a toddler, I think. Also, the roof here collapsed because I forgot about the roof. Let's just delete that, I think. Edit roof clear. There we go. I don't want to accidentally get ourselves killed by this random roof here. So that's fine. I want to clear a lot of this up to make it look more uniform, is the best way to describe it. Actually, speaking of costumes now, again, going back to that topic, I haven't cosplayed in forever, too. I think, like, the only cosplays I remember doing were, like, I did a maid one at one point at AX, and then I think the next AX I went to, did I ever talk about that? I know I talked about the maid outfit one at some point, because Ray's got the photo of that. I don't think I ever talked about the other ones. It doesn't really matter, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. I do enjoy... It would be fun to cosplay again at conventions. Just don't know what character. Cosplay is fun when you can get around to doing it, I think. But obviously the hard part is being able to sit down and figure out what you want to cosplay and figure out how you're going to get to that cosplay, right? How you're gonna get that all set up. That's the real difficult part. Okay, can we have... Who's my builders? Kefir, it's time to stop making things, start building me these wooden supply shelves. Now that we have the components for this. Fantastic. Okay, we're being attacked by the red hair combo. Oh, lordy. Oh, lordy. That is a lot of very angry tribals, and also they have learned how to use pistols and shotguns. Okay. This is why I need turrets. Because there's a giant open field that if we just put turrets down, they would be hard-pressed to attack us. I don't have the LMG anymore. I think got buried with our friend. Okay. How do I even deal with this? What's the correct way? Are they attacking right away or are they delaying? They're attacking immediately. Okay, so we have to draft everyone now. We have to do the usual strategy of like assassinate as fast as we can in random spots. Airmen, I don't know if you're gonna survive this because you're way too far. They see what we have and they desire it, and they will not let us go until they have what we have. Okay, better idea. We're gonna pull back in here. We're gonna have to try to assassinate in like the different corridors and hope that it's fine. We're definitely gonna lose some of these wind turbines. I don't think we can hold on to all of them. You pivot here, you pivot here, here, and then Kefir, you stand back here, pivot in the back, let them approach, and then we'll kill them. If we can kill enough, then I think they'll give up. We're definitely gonna try to destroy our power sources, which I can't really do much about. Okay, you strike here. Strike true. Pull back. Okay, that's not good. Havel's just not having... Havel's having a lot of struggle fighting this. Okay, that's fine. They blew up the beach ball. Unfortunate. Okay. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, you're gonna pull back. You need to delay this one best as you can. Okay, so far so good. Keep going. Smack them as best as you can. As long as you're not flinging grenades at us, that's okay. Okay, that's fine. You pull back. Kefir needs to pull back. Shoot what you can. And alright, it's too late. Kefir's now... Okay. Do what you can over there. Nahil, you can still fight, so I need Nahil to fight. Umi doesn't have a... Umi's incapable of violence, unfortunately. Get out of here. Stop trying to destroy my stuff. Steve is fighting for his very life over there, but he's not going to survive. Gonna draft these guys up. I don't know if we can save anyone, but yeah, we don't have enough weapons. 9 can't fight. Nahil probably can drop a knife and try to assassinate. Oh, no, no, no. Pull back, pull back. Oh, boy. These raid sizes are a little excessive, I think, which is my biggest complaint. I'm gonna reload that. That's dumb. How do I even deal with this? I gotta learn how to deal with this. Okay, what's the correct way? I'm thinking the correct way to deal with this is... let's see here. So first, Nahil's got 2 knives. Let's have him drop 1. Where's Nahil? And then I'm gonna give the other knife to Prophet. So at least Prophet can fight. And then we're gonna emergency mode everyone, so let's get everyone indoors. And then everyone with a weapon. I'm actually gonna try to force... I'm gonna try to save the power sources first, and then we'll worry about the rest. Because unfortunately, this is... I have to fend off 31 people with 6. That is not a very good ratio. The other option is I crack open the room, and just whatever horrors lie inside, we can try to force them to deal with. And you know what? Screw it. I don't think I have a choice. Screw it. We'll just see what's in there. You crack this open. I need this open now. Alright. Okay, come on, Kefir, you can do it. Crack open the Tomb of Horrors. Okay. So now I'm trading away dealing with okay, so Airman, I don't know if you're gonna escape, but you're like in a bad spot, but maybe you can survive. These guys over here. I don't know if those mechanoids are gonna walk out. They might not. They might actually just want to stay inside. Can I bait them over here? Will they not be baited? I'm hearing grenades, it's fine. Okay. Shotgun's doing a lot of work here. Okay, so I think they actually don't care about the mechanoids, which is a little unfortunate. Okay, pull back. We gotta keep pulling back. Okay, then you assassinate this one. Let's try to gun him down. Okay, you pivot. No, keep hitting him. You turn around, fire at this one. Okay, their animals are going crazy. Try to have Abel hold the line there. Okay. Try to get inside there real fast. Okay. That guy has to die now. You just need to shoot now, immediately. Don't let him fling a grenade. Okay, good. Okay, Airman Joker's gonna hold the line as best as he can, but he's probably not gonna survive this. Okay, unfortunately now I have to deal with a giant Mastodon, which has decided that it wants to kill us. Thankfully, Mastodon went down. Focus on this one. Airman's holding the line there, which is okay. Okay, shotguns are working. Guns are working around the clock. Okay, see if we can rush and heal up to that guy. Okay. Okay, so the mechanoids are now dealing with that, so at least we distracted them. Okay, so far so good. Airman's fighting as best as he can. The mechanoids are in a fight for life over there. That's fine. We'll deal with that in a second. Okay, I'm gonna have Havel try to assassinate these guys. Okay, good. So far so good. Who's dying? Okay, Nahil is unfortunately lost an eye. Permanent eye injury. Okay. And I'm gonna pivot over here with Kefir and over here so we can try to gun down what's going on over here. Try to gun these goobers down as fast as we can. Okay, so they gave up. That's good. Okay. So now we're gonna undraft you and you. Let's get these guys to safety. Undraft. Okay, so then we need to rescue you. You undraft. You need to quickly rescue... Oh, no. Zone safety includes this bed area, because I haven't built a hospital yet, so I need them to at least be able to go inside of their beds so they can be recovered. And then we're going to have Alana quickly rescue Nahil. It should be fine. I hope we can get these tended to. The mechanoids did get to... Okay, unfortunately, we still have to deal with the mechanoids. There's a Scorcher, a Scyther, and a Lancer. The Lancer's mostly dead. We're definitely going to... We did lose a bunch of our power sources, unfortunately. No, don't go there. It's not worth it. Just leave it alone. No one do firefighting. I don't want anyone to do any firefighting right now. Just leave it alone. Just go back and just make sure everyone's injuries are tended to. Okay, triage. Havel's got 2 hours. Okay, so let's go switch to tending to Havel. He will be okay. Okay, Havel's fine. He's got a medical emergency. Okay, Havel's okay. And then let's do Steve. The overworked nurse. Okay, then we go back to Nahil. Airman Joker's got a bunch of injuries too. We don't have any medical bandages, by the way, so we're just basically going off of stitches and vibes. And hoping it's enough to ensure everyone survives. Okay. And we're out of power now. Unfortunately. Oh, wait, because it was hooked up over here. That's why. We need to run that power line. We need to have redundancy power. You did live, yes. Surprisingly, everyone survived that version of the engagement. Because we kind of just baited them in here and we managed to funnel them into a nice thin corridor. Half of them never made it to the fight. But we still have to deal with this. There is a Militor, a Scyther, a Scorcher, and a Lancer. I think what I'm going to do is if I'm fast enough, I'm just going to quickly... I need to stop doing that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly sneak in here and just quickly plop down a wall. Like, whoever is fast enough to quickly put this together needs to do this, like, now. Okay, so... Kefir is probably the best person to do this, but Kefir is also fairly injured. And that means Kefir's movement has been cratered into, what? 88%? Okay, Umi's going to do it. All right, I'm going to do a very high-risk maneuver called quickly sneak over the young 13-year-old child to put down a wall there. So we're going to do that as fast as we can. So unrestrict everyone. Umi, quickly just... What do you mean? Oh, do we not have steel? There's steel right over there. What in the world? Do we think Umi's fast enough to do this? Oh, If the Lancer's walking out, no. If the Lancer's walked out, then we can't. I think we have to get a few more people to fight this. We'll deal with the infections later. With the Lancer walking out now, that's a huge problem. Okay, if it's... Okay, wait, I have an idea. Hold on. I'm gonna have you pick up that steel. Then I'm gonna have Umi quickly sneak around this direction. So I think the way you can do this, because we don't have any, what's it called? We don't have any stealth shenanigans. We're gonna have you walk here. I'm gonna have you quickly drop that steel. I'm gonna have you quickly put it on here. Okay, now, unfortunately, they might have aggroed. Uh-oh. Alright, well, they're angry. They want Umi. Switch the slugs. Oh boy. Am I about to wipe to a Scyther? I might wipe to a Scyther right now. You've got to be f***ing kidding me. All right, I thought I did that correctly. I was doing that so well. I'm sorry that I'm reloading a lot this run. I think it's just trying to get back into the feeling of actually playing. I think it's more fun to at least try to... Like, I'm okay with some losses, but stupid things like that, where I should know how to deal with it, drive me bananas. So I gotta find a way to deal with this problem. Okay, so I'm gonna have you pick up steel. I'm gonna have Kefir switch his entire thing to slugs. Okay, then we're gonna run over here. I'm gonna have Kefir run over here. I'm gonna also have Airman Joker come over here too, like in case I need a second body. Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna... This should be okay, right? Okay, so... Run over here. I'm gonna save this and make sure I do this correctly. I'm gonna have Umi drop that... Okay, no, you're gonna walk over here, drop that steel, and then immediately try to dump it into... Hold on, we gotta wait. I gotta wait until, like, they're all facing the wrong way. Yeah. Because I think we could have Kefir pivot over here and try to shoot down the Lancer. Okay, good. Okay, so then Umi quickly run over here and quickly put it down. Put it down and build it now. Ignore everything else. Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. That was stupid, but this strategy works. They're sealed off in there. They're gonna hopefully not cause us any issues for the time being. We'll worry about that later. It's a very janky way of doing things, but you know what? At this point, I don't care. If it works, it works. Okay, and then we gotta rebuild everything now. The problem is I keep losing components, obviously, to all this nonsense, and we gotta rebuild this and this. Oh, this guy got back up. All right, where is... I need someone with a weapon. Yeah, Fear, why don't you come over here and introduce this friend to our friend Shotgun. Oh boy. Perfect. Let's slaughter them. They don't have anything of note. I will take the shotgun though, that's fine. And then... Wait, does this thing have anything on it? No. Okay, so the pack animals didn't have anything, but at least we can rip them apart for food, so we'll be fine food-wise for the time being. So that's fine, and then I would like another storage unit of just slag chunks. Somewhere over here is okay. Ideally, we make it not out of that, and we make it out of steel, because we have a lot of steel. So we can at least ignore this. We can come back to this at a much later time when I do not want to deal with this. Okay, these guys, how are they going? They got another 3.6 days. Let's just rebuild and recover, because we're ripping through our power supply way quicker than I would like. Which means it's time for Umi, who has learned the ancient art of putting together a wind turbine. I don't know where Umi learned how to make a wind turbine, but I'm not going to question it. We just kind of accept it as is, and that'll be okay. And then we got to get these guys murdered at some point too, but I don't know if we have enough components. Gotta store... Oh, I know what's going on too. We didn't haul the steel in, so that's the other problem. We are basically out of steel, I think. Yeah. They even destroyed my quarry platform, which is also very obnoxious of them to do. I guess we could probably rip apart the... Oh wait, hold on, I have an idea. What if we take the machining table and shred mechanoids, do this forever, and also... I thought there was an option to shred munitions as well, but I cannot find it. That's fine. We can at least tear apart some of these. Okay, so let them just recover. I need the power source rebuilt, though, like, immediately. I don't have components. What do I do? We could put it down in industrial-grade cooker. Fueling dispenser. I need something that just has components as part of its structural makeup. Maybe the auto shearer? Alright. To dig this out. I need this more than anything else. I think if I can get at least one of the wind generators, I think we'll be okay. If we can't get both, then that's a bit of a problem. Okay, so now we have that stack ready to go. Now I can have Umi build out my wind turbine, because our power supply is draining very quickly. Even with the fueled arc reactor running 24/7, it is getting nasty. We also got to repair the dang thing too, so, you know, more things to think about. All this because two of our best fighters are off on a magical adventure, and they're going to be gone for a very extended period of time. We really need to figure out our defenses. I think I should build a helicopter. Unironically, I think I need a helicopter to deal with everything. Oh, at least we have enough soup. Look at all that soup. We'll be fine for food for a while. This needs to be rebuilt too. Okay, so this is built, but it's not generating enough power right now. We also need to get this wall built. We need to get the steel in. Oh, so many bad things happening all at once. I have stripped this map of any natural resources that I could really use. At this point, it's all meteors. And even then, it might not be enough. Steel, we can at least turn slag into steel, which is fine if we can get the rest of this built. But right now, the only person who can really build is this very overworked child. Thank you for the meteor of marble, which is unfortunately not what we're looking for. But I appreciate the thought. There's 400 steel there. And then this needs to be resupplied with steel. I think I set this to critical, right? Yeah. Did I remember to put bullets? I don't think I forgot. I don't think I remember to put bullets on the tank. Yeah, they don't have any bullets. Okay. That's fine. I guess they'll just have to survive without it. Maybe I should have just had them walk, honestly. Walking probably would have been faster and wouldn't have necessitated a vehicle. Whatever, they'll survive. Like I said, we knew this wasn't going to be easy. This was going to always be rough. Okay, our power has restored itself, kind of. If we can build the third one, I think we'll be okay. And then if we can get the steel inside of this wooden supply shelf, that'd be the best case scenario. But unfortunately, that's also going to be difficult. We also need to find a way to store all this, like, random furs. We have a lot of Macedon leather. I'd like to unsuspend the reconnaissance cloak order. We don't know when it's only Jugas right now, which is the warmest part of the year. So we essentially have this remaining month to try to stay toasty before it gets nasty again. So we're gonna try as best as we can with whatever tools we have. We need to get more weapons. The problem is a lot of these people don't have... Oh wait, I know what we can do now. I think it's time to get away from these bolt action rifles. It's time to embrace modernized rifles. We're gonna start putting... We're gonna replace Steve and Son's rifles with assault rifles, if we can afford the parts to do so. If is the big problem. Okay, I don't need these, let's not build these. I think this is okay for now. One more wind turbine, and I think we'll be okay. And then everything else is just a matter of, can we turn these slag chunks into useful bits and baubles? So, what do you think so far, comrades? You think you like my little base? It's rough, right? I really hope that the constant reloading isn't bothering too much. It helps me learn how to deal with certain scenarios that I think are losable, like, you know, are just like wipes, and then I'm like, oh, it's actually not a wipe, and it can be, you know, recovered from with smart play. Now, obviously the hard part is doing smart play, because as you all know, I am questionable at this video game, as Rimworld is not an easy title to play. I don't know why there's a hole here, but we gotta fix that. Oh my god, I keep doing this. I need to not be allowed to use the fill tool, because this happens every single time. No, I just want to put down a single pile there. Okay. There we go. So at least our builders are going to work around the clock. And then this one is going to store strictly slag. And then do this, and then I'll just have you drop it immediately on the floor. Someone else can haul things around. Perfect. So now we have a way to turn slag into steel, which will help our steel supply, which is perpetually low anyways. And that should be okay. Yeah, and then they're just going to build this out, thankfully. I need a crafter. Who's ready to go to the smithing bench? Son. Okay, why don't we do this? Why don't we stop making this component? Why don't we have you turn metal into slag, and then someone can deliver the slag to, ideally, this thing. A Stellarch of the Fallen Dominion is asking us to take care of 7 walruses for 10 days. Also, they have blood rot. Why? Why are you taking care of these animals that have a significantly poor quality of life? Why do your animals have blood rot? What is the actual point? Is that just so that the quest requires you to burn medicine to keep them like alive? Is that the only purpose of why they have blood rot? It almost feels like it. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm imagining things. There we go. Look at that. Steel. Every slag. 15 steel. Get more of the slag in here. Might as well haul it in. That way we can at least get... I do need to replace this with a metal door. Or auto door. Thankfully it doesn't take that long to at least turn this into usable mats. Also, my TPS is cratering again. We do need to kill the mastodons, but I only have one shotgun. I guess I don't really need to kill them. We actually have enough food to last us for quite some time. That's probably not necessary anymore. In fact, we have so much food. What I want to do is I'm going to convert all these temporarily into heal root. So at the very least, in 3 days, we'll have a couple stacks of heal root to keep us alive. We have too much meat. We have too much soup, actually, which is the surprising part. Okay, and then Ranu is about 5 in-game days away from finally becoming a toddler. And then we can take care of Ranu, and hopefully we can do something with the poor child and educate them in the ways of the world. Probably, hopefully. There we go. Okay, so this is now working automatically. We are now making components for free. No more sitting here manually making components. We just have machines do it for us. Here we go. Recycle materials from mechanoid ammunition. Okay, I don't know how many advanced components I have, but whatever I have, it's probably not enough. Okay, so next goal is I need to have 10 components there, plus another 10. So I need 20 components in total, and then we can put down a pulse mark drill, and then our production of steel will be more or less infinite at that point. Well, we'll just have a drill automatically find it for us, which is also quite nice. There you go. Plant me that heal root. Excellent. Okay. Our caravan was ambushed by man-hunting snow hares. Okay. There's... What? Okay, so I actually did forget to put the bullets on here. I didn't get a chance. I'm just gonna run them over. Like... Wait. Can you not run over animals anymore? Did they get rid of that function? Hold on. Wait, that's so weird. Wait, why can't I run the... What? You used to be able to run over animals. Alright, that's weird. Okay, that's super odd. You used to be able to run over things, but I guess you're not allowed to have fun anymore. Alright, just have Zeoposer walk out and, I don't know, just chop them up. That's weird. Why can't you fight? Oh. Alright, I see. The longsword's a two-handed weapon. Okay, weird. That was odd. Let's continue. Reform. Grab everything that we had. And continue on our merry way. That was super weird. Anyways, let's end up over here now. Let's go trade with this township. And then we'll continue all the way into the buried bunker. So thankfully, now that they're on the road, this is going to be a very, very quick drive of 1 day versus the 6 days it took to cross this barren wasteland. I really want to do a Rimworld run where I can just, without having to rely... Oh wait, a wanderer. Lana's son, Zach, wants to join the colony. A theater technician. Sure. He's 47 and he's got quite the balding head. I am so sorry. Alright, do we have anyone in the queue right now? Your name, congratulations. You have been assigned this very cool pawn. Your name is Zach. And you are a schoolyard outcast who grew up to be a theater technician. You are ignorant, abstinent, cold intolerant, muscular, but inefficient, which means, oh god, your ability to work is really bad. that's kind of awful. Although your crafting skill and construction is fine, but God, I would love more shooters and not just more melee beaters. But everyone and their mother wants to be a melee beater, I guess, so what am I gonna do? Okay, we should have enough steel soon to start putting this together, right? Just please make me my medium machine frame and we'll be fine. Who's the crafter? Sun? Or was it Kefir? I think it was Kefir, right? Oh, this thing still doesn't have components, right? It's still making more. Okay, we'll let them do that. I think also vehicles with Vanilla Vehicle Expanded do run 24/7, which is kind of nice. I actually am not able to eat through all this soup, which is unfortunate. Okay, that's fine. Let's get the floors done too. Let's put in some concrete here. And we'll probably put in some concrete inside of the freezer area as well to make it look nice. And that'll be at least one set of buildings that has been fully concreted. And then hopefully we'll get this stuff done too. Cargo pond full of weapons, which has a single warhammer, which is not really useful for us. Okay. Anyways, let's take a look. So anyways, your pawn is, I don't know what we're gonna do with him. He's not ideal. We'll have to do his best. Oh, right, he needs to get his state mandated gear. Yeah, let's give you your state mandated outfit. Ain't the best, but it'll be enough to hopefully keep him warm enough in these trying times. Especially because these areas haven't been properly set up yet. Because I need to get how many beds do I need? I have 11, 13, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 because I need 5 more bedrooms. Okay. We can do that. We can add 5 more bedrooms. So if I just mirror what I did over there. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Perfect. Then we just add the doors. I think I'm gonna try to. By the way, I think I will try to do some sub badges soon, because I think Alana's not the only one who's been wondering. I think some other people want their sub badges so they can feel nice about having a sub badge. So don't worry. What color scheme should I do them though? I know the last one was more of a, I don't know what you call it. There was like a theme that I was going for with like that sunset color scheme, but I gotta come up with a new one. Oh, what if I make them like Call of Duty Prestige badges, where they just get like little like wings and stuff with every level? Oh my god, wait, that's actually kind of funny. Hold on. Okay, I have a dumb idea. I think I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I know exactly what I'm gonna do for these sub badges. Hopefully I can get around to doing them tonight. If not, I'll do them tomorrow. Okay, so we have that, and we have the slag chunks. Perfect. So now we are making steel. Components are being made around the clock, which are being used to rebuild all of our broken everythings. I think we do not need these chem fuel power generators anymore, but I will keep them as backups. In case we really need it, I will keep them there. I also need to have someone just refuel all this. You know what? Repair this. Your construction skill is actually good enough. I need my reactor rebuilt and repaired. An advent of raiding opportunity. Okay, I don't know who a subject is in this colony, but they're not that important. We should probably do the rituals, and maybe we should try to convert people as well, because good lord, I've been meaning to do that for some time. We also don't even have a colony leader, so maybe we should pick a colony leader. Congrats to Comrade Nahil, who has the highest social skill in the entire colony. I think Nahil will be declared the colony head. Yeah. Alright, let's do that. Change role. The Exochrome leader. Nahil. Oh, you're not even the right ideology. That's so funny. Alright, there you go. Everyone who joins us should be the correct ideology anyways. Perfect. I don't need someone in the Super Plague Bringer ideology. That doesn't really make sense. Okay, so we're gonna first of all begin role change. Put Nahil as the Exochrome Elder, which we don't have yet, so that's fine. Begin. Someone's got to do it. Might as well pick a person to do it. And I'm sure they'll all be fine. Okay, they're almost there. Oh my god, they actually ate through 40 units of soup that entire journey. Oh, we're gonna have to get more food. I don't think what I gave them is gonna be nearly enough. They eat a lot of food. Like almost 4 meals a day. Between the two of them. I guess 2 meals per person per day. I guess that makes sense. Okay, we're getting the assault rifles. Fantastic. 2 assault rifles will be more than enough to fill our ranks with better munitions. Now let's also get the bullets ready. These use what? I think these use 556 because they're based off of the M4, right? The M4A1. So what, 556 by 39? Is that right? Assault rifle. I'm pretty sure it is, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I guess we'll find out. Is it? It's 45? Okay. Thank you for knowing more about guns than I do, because I definitely don't know enough. We need more crafters. Okay. So first of all, let's set firefighting up again. Okay. So we're gonna trade off all these furs that we don't need. In exchange, I would like to purchase large quantities of food, primarily. If they have the munition for the tank gun, that'd be great, but I don't think they do. Well, they do actually have the tank gun munition. It's really expensive. Oh my gosh. They have 35. I guess 35 is okay. And then we need food. We need food from these people. They... Oh, do they not have food? Am I crazy? Oh, they don't sell meals. Do they sell pemmican? Okay, so they mostly sell raw foods. Okay, so we could buy their stack of grapes, which is very expensive. I think we buy the dried fruits, actually. 48 dried fruits is equivalent to 0.2 nutrition versus 0.9. Okay, so it's almost 100 nutrition per food. That's really bad rate, right? Grapes gets you 0.8. You need to match one prepackaged survival meals, so 0.9. Let me do the math real quick. Well, let's count for one full nutrition, right? So it's 0.8 per grape. You need 12.5, and at 1.77, you're looking about 22 silver per full nutrition bar. I think that's okay. I think that's actually an okay rate. Could buy smoothies. 0.5 makes them happier. 30 each, I guess, is not ideal, but it's workable. Worst comes to worst, I could sell the chem fuel, but I'd rather keep the chem fuel. But I need to buy as much food as I can. I do buy as many smoothies as I can reasonably afford. Oh, even if after selling all that, I still can't, huh? Is it the chem fuel? Oh, it is. Oh, I definitely don't want to sell that. I need to keep that. Sell the prosthetic leg. Sell the thrombo shirt and the ballistic shield. I think we just buy as many smoothies as we can reasonably fit into the vehicle, which would be about 20. I think that's probably fine. Yeah, that's okay. So that's 15 days worth of food. Okay, so let me think. So the time to travel over there, the caravan, is about 10 days. And then we need 10 days back. So I need to buy more food. It's not enough food. Okay. What else can I buy for food? What else can I get that's edible? More smoothies. I guess we already bought all the grapes. The dried fruit's not ideal. Oh my gosh, I thought I'd be enough food. I guess worst comes to worst, we can just camp and hunt and just eat raw meat. I guess that's fine. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I think we'll just continue. Yeah, worst comes to worst, we'll camp out and hunt what we can. We gotta make our food budget stretch with whatever we have access to. Okay, I do need to use the restroom again because I've been drinking way too much water. I apologize. Give me 1 second. Since we're making this, 556 by 45. Oh, we don't even have 39, so that's fine. I think we'll just do AP rounds, and I'll just make sure we have at least 500 in stock at any given time, so that'll be okay. And then make sure this is until we have about 500 in stock, and then unsuspend that, and then this one until we have at least 200 in stock. There we go. Okay, so we'll order that all made. I think everything else in the colony should be functioning without my intervention for the foreseeable future until I return. And we do need to get more bullets somewhere. That's still broken. We gotta get the steel converted as well. Eventually, it'd be nice to set up some automation, but you might notice we don't have a lot of in the way of automation tools right now. For example, we do have... I think I did have an industrial smelter at some point, but I had to get rid of it because we couldn't afford to maintain it. But what I can do, probably... An industrial furnace would allow us to smelt raw things into more useful things. Yeah, I think we got rid of it, unfortunately, but if I rebuilt it, we could just automatically convert, but it might not be worth the cost. Okay, I'll let the game run. I'll be right back. Speed 2 should be fine, but I will save. Also, before I forget, safety, switch this off, and then there we go. Completely forgot I had that turned on. Right. Let me also make sure we have research going. Let's learn how to make prepackaged survival meals and... Whoops. Oh, shoot. What was the tech that was almost finished? Improve batteries. Okay. Let's do that. And then I would also like access to... Fuses would also be useful here. Industrial style cannons would be funny, but medicine production is probably better. And we'll do security doors, and I think advanced lights is fine. Yeah, I think this is okay. Complicated. Basically, everything in this colony just needs more steel. Steel, steel, steel. We need more metal. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, wait. I did have something VTuber related that I did want to talk about. That was actually tangentially related to the earlier topic of TV shows. And I suddenly remembered what it was. Okay, so you know that show Law and Order, very popular, made by Dick Wolf or whatever his name is. Did you know a VTuber was the central character in like one of the latest episodes of that show? Which sounds completely insane, but basically they had an entire, like, they commissioned an actual VTuber model to be used in an episode of this long-running TV crime serial as the victim in a case that they have to solve. And I was like, oh my god, VTubers are entering the mainstream now. It's all over. It's all over from this point on. Oh my god. Let me see if I can pull up a clip, because it surprised me when I saw it. Law and Order VTuber. Like they straight up commissioned like an actual VTuber model for this, which I thought was hilarious. Like, look at this thing. The main character, Jaded Ember, and look at all those chat names there with like nonsensical chat names, because they have like, oh, $signs and exclamation marks. They basically did word, character, symbol, word, and that's how they did usernames. Whatever. I just thought it was hilarious when this like showed up on my feed as an actual thing, and it was actually like a real live 2D model that these people made, or that they had commissioned from someone. I'm like, that's actually kind of cool that VTubers are a little bit more mainstream with that, but also, oh god, VTubers are becoming more mainstream now. Yeah, I thought it was just kind of interesting. And I think it was really funny too, because like if you look at the chat, like, why is chat being so toxic right now? Doesn't know an explanation. Shaking, sobbing emojis, can't believe this, ban that user. Okay, so basically, if I remember correctly, the main plot of this episode was she was a victim of a assault crime that I'm not going to use the words because I don't want to get demonetized on platforms, but if you know what I'm talking about. And that was like the whole central, and she was like the victim of it, and the case was like about solving what happened or something along those lines. But I thought it was kind of interesting, like, okay. And I think it was more interesting, like it was a pretty, from what I've seen, it's a fairly accurate like look of like what a VTuber stream looks like, right? Like look at it. You have the model, you have the giant chat, and you have chat moving at the speed of light, and you even have like the funny background and everything. I could see this being like an actual VTuber like live stream. Like they did a surprisingly good job of trying to make it, well, appear like what you could actually see. Isn't that cool? Kind of. Well, we are we only have 10, okay, it's 13 days of food. Okay. Oh wait, I know what we can do. Where's my food policies? Okay, well, hopefully it's enough food to get us there, but it's gonna be rough. Thank you for the silver ore, that'll be nice. Oh, caravan animals wandered. Okay, wait, hold on. There is a stack of muffalo there. We could tame them or we could kill them. I kind of want to tame these animals. Let's see, is it a breeding pair? It is not a breeding pair. But it's kind of hard to tame these, right? If we tame them, oh wait, what temperature are these animals good through? -55. So we'd have to make some kind of barn or like a storage area for these animals. What do you call them? A barn, I guess. Yeah, I was actually surprised how much research went into it. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was great when I saw that. I was like, okay, at least they cared enough to try, right? Chat not being toxic, realistic? No, it's okay. Maybe they couldn't handle being toxic. Oh, we should probably kill this thing. Random mastodon just kind of hanging around here. I kind of want to tame it, but we also have enough food, right? We have enough food to last for a bit. I think it's great. It basically makes me think that there's probably someone who does watch VTubers on the regular somewhere on that production team, that they made it like the central aspect of that episode. I'm like, that's cute. Like, that's cute. Okay, they've almost arrived. I think what I'm going to do is once they arrive and complete the mission, I'm going to let them teleport back to the base. We'll say that, oh, like a pop-up that says, you completed the mission, would you like to teleport back to home? That's what we're going to say. And we'll see how it pans out. I guess we could also just manually move them back, but I think it'll be more enjoyable that way. How much more until this thing upgrades? We gotta burn 1,500 more units of wood. Do I even have that much wood remaining? We may need to pretend we have more wood than we really do. We also need to start thinking about expanding the hydroponics area. It's not enough for what we need. So it is of deep consideration that we do expand hydroponics. And I need to expand our power utilities. I thought I had researched upgraded power battery. Oh, we do have 16K batteries, but these require 300 steel a pop. The same space you have a squared amount. Impressively put. I'm trying to think like what other has VTubers really showed up on any other TV show right now, or is that basically just it? I guess at some point in the future we'll be seeing it more on other television shows, but I don't want to think about that right now just because, oh god, that sounds kind of cursed. It does sound cursed, doesn't it? Distress signal nearby. No thanks. If we drop 291 toxic waste packs, we'll get Psylink. No thanks. I don't really care that much about Psylinks, and I don't want to have that. God. Every time I see Psylinks, I'm like vaguely tempted to try out Psylinks Expanded, but I really don't want to have to deal with everything that's involved with that mod. Ugh. Funny story, two VTubers actually did interviews on Detroit News about real. I did see something about that too. Yeah, VTubers are definitely becoming a lot more, I think, mainstream, which is it is nice. It's basically like an evolution of like being having a YouTube persona, right? It's just a natural evolution of things, which is cute. Everyone used to have like those, you know, e-personas that they would use, and now everyone's basically becoming a VTuber with it. And it's kind of nice to behold. Times have changed, just like how DeviantArt. Oh, speaking of stuff, have you seen what DeviantArt is doing? I think they shot themselves in the foot again recently. They said something about like, oh yeah, we're gonna start restricting how many things people are allowed to download, unless you pay for our subscription, and also our subscription fuels our AI program. And oh my god, I feel bad for people who still use DeviantArt. I still have stuff on DeviantArt somewhere. I do not remember my login for that. But I remember making things like, you know, Flash games and some very poorly written poetry that I don't even remember what any of them said, but I don't want to think about it, so it's just going to be lost to the void forevermore. A lot of cursed things like that. Okay, we gotta do let's do the leadership speech outside here. Let's all stand around together and think about how cool we are. Despite all the trials and tribulations that we've been going through, we are still the bestest. Also, I am so sick and tired of them destroying my, oh, I can't really. I was hoping to seal this off, but I just realized I can't because there's a river here. And I need to find a way to get past that river. You know what? We need foundations or bridges. Heavy bridges would probably solve our problems. Let's move this up right now, so we can get that built out. I think this room is ready to be used by our... Let's see, is this room warm? Oh, it is warm. Okay, perfect. So, this bedroom, let's assign this one to Alana, and then... okay, and then we'll assign... Ray already has a bed. Okay, so then next one is Prophet and Steve. So we'll give this one to Prophet, and we'll give this one to Steve. And then that at least moves 2 more people out of here. Fantastic. All right, a few more beds built, a few more homes ready to be moved into, and we'll try to put some bathrooms in somewhere, and then we just gotta get these 4 remaining ones out of here. So at the very least, we need another bed here and here. There's not really a room for a dresser, but at least we can put night tables, or whatever we call them. Nightstands. You know what? I'm wondering if it would be worth building a roof here to prevent snow from coming down on here, but it might not be necessary either. Oh my gosh, 8.8 more days. God, it's like basically a month, this journey. I'm pretty sure this journey's been 1 in-game month at this point. It's comically long. Okay, people's gear are also starting to get destroyed, which I guess is fine. Yes, if you can find the clip, I definitely wouldn't mind taking a look at it, because it is it is kind of amusing to see. Okay. I think we made one assault rifle now, right? Okay, here's the second one. I think we already made the bullets. Come on. And then I can upgrade these two. And then finally, better... No, just finish building it. You're already here. You're almost done. Just finish putting it together. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to assign... We're going to change this kit. So, no more bolt action. It's time to switch to the assault rifle. And I'm going to give... We're using AP rounds, so for now, let's have them carry 150. No, let's do 210. 210 should be enough. Need to get some grenades at some point, too. Okay, Ranu has finally become a child. So, baby Ranu is now a child, and we can now do one... children can do various types of work, including children-based recreation activities. Now we must decide, remain a colonist, enslave, postpone, or do something else. Well, I think we're going to remain a colonist. Okay. Let's take a look at Ranu's pawn. How old do you need to be? I don't know. That's a good question. Try it now, because maybe I didn't press the button yet. You should be able to try now. You have very long hair, is all I'm gonna say. Oh, we gotta cook more soups. Hold on. Nope. Okay. Well, I guess you gotta wait. I think probably 5. Like when you get your first trait is when it would be, or 7. My guess is when you're 7. So you gotta wait another. What is that? It's 1 year per quadrum. So you have to wait 1 in-game year before you're capable of getting it straight. Good luck. I'm sure you can wait 4 quadrums, right? Or are you telling me you can't wait 4 quadrums? My back is like dying. I need to crack my back at some point. Ugh. Also need to see who's alive at this hour. It is getting close to end stream. I do apologize for starting stream a little late today. I ate some food that may or may not have done funny things to my gut, and I was vaguely regretting that decision. I still want to eat some more food, and I have been craving something like fried chicken as of late, but I know it's not healthy, so I do not consume fried chicken. Who's dying? Oh, great. A defoliator ship. There's not much to defoliate, I guess. So I don't know. I guess that's just gonna be there. It can't hurt me, right? Like, it's just there. Because, like, what plant life would it realistically do anything about? I guess I should probably build a wall around it. Was that 200? Just wall it off and just worry about it later? I guess we should just do that, yeah. Like most things in this game right now, I'm just in a I will worry about it later phase when I'm a little more kitted out for it. You know, get enough steel over there, we can just kind of block them in and hopefully they leave us alone. I don't think they have proximity, anything. As long as no one touches the defoliator, we're fine. Oh, there's another ancient danger. I probably, like, I do need to kill it eventually, but right now I just can't justify killing it when a lot of our people aren't capable of fighting like that right now. Also, I need to make sure these guys drop their gun. Okay. I need them to, like, rearm themselves real quick, so why don't you rearm and rearm. Get your guns. Get your bullets. There you go. You got your AR now. Fantastic. Okay, so at least Ranu has... Okay, let's also make sure Ranu has gear that's designed for this cold weather. So at the very least, why don't we give you a shirt. Kid shirt. We'll make it out of blue fur is fine. Okay. So why is your temperature gradient still awful? 30 cents Celsius of... Oh wait, why can't you survive this? Ranu should be able to survive this. Oh wait, that shirt really doesn't do much. The pants I assume also don't do much either. So it's primarily the... Okay. your gear. Oh wait, what if we set this to high? I don't know why your gear wasn't set up yet. If we make it muffalo wool, I guess that's enough to keep you alive. I just need to make sure you spawn in with gear that keeps you alive, because otherwise you're a child that's going to explode into a million tiny pieces. Why did the caravan stop? Okay, 8 more days. 7.3 more days. Okay, I had to keep refueling this dang thing. Okay. We'll worry about that once we get more steel, but unfortunately, again, steel's a little bit of a premium. We didn't get a chance to build the mining stuff yet either, so that's the other problem. We built a lot of beds recently. There's no furniture I can abuse. Maybe we can just turn more steel into slot. Actually, hold on. Who's a crafter? Son, why don't you go over here? I think on the way back... Oh, I guess we're just gonna teleport. We'll have to see how much slag we can find. There you go. Whatever slag in here. That's about 12 times 15, so that'll be a little about 200 steel to get us going. I think we've made some pretty good progress today with this little colony. We got additional beds set up for these fine folks. We've got additional beds set up over here, and we'll be able to just get people in there at some point too. For now, I do need Ranu to probably stay in one of these, although you don't need this bed anymore. I'm gonna move this room for Ranu, because this was the bedroom of Ranu's former mother, who passed away tragically of frostbite. Yes, Garm. And then let's also get some more soup going as well, so these guys can finish up their quest. They got 6.9 more days to get over there. We will get a new colonist after that too. Oh, hey, look at this education. Okay, well, there was almost an education. Well, it's a little bit. I guess it's fine. I did see that she's doing her own run. I haven't seen what she's doing in her run. I just know that she is doing a run. Yeah. How is her run going? I'm sure her runs are probably a lot more sane than mine. Mine are generally a little more unhinged. Son is hungry. Why are you hungry? There's food. Space mech elves. Oh, okay. So she's doing a grav ship stuff. Got it. Okay. Well, that's interesting at least. I hope she's having fun with that. Okay. All right. Let me save the game. I think this is probably a good stopping point for now. And don't worry, we'll resume this either tomorrow or next Monday, depending on what people vote. I will basically put Rimworld on the vote poll for every Tuesday from now on and see what people think. DMS, oh jeez. DMS is insane. Good luck to her. I don't think I've ever talked to Whiskey like one-on-one about anything, but she seems like a very interesting individual, but especially when it comes to like science fiction stuff too. Anyways, we're gonna raid Sai. She's playing Xenonauts 2, so if you like Xenonauts or XCOM-like games, say hi to Sai, and hopefully you all enjoyed Rimworld. Anyways, comrades, good night. I'll be back tomorrow with something. I don't know yet. We'll decide. And then XCOM on Wednesday and Star Sector on Thursday. That's what it is. Yes. Okay. Good night. Goodbye. Thank you for joining.